everybody. We'll do it live. We'll do it now. Well, let's just see how slow my internet is today. Oh, all right. Wow, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just trying to get a few things. Some my box with the boards and bags, and some tape. Make sure I have lots of tape, and squeaky chair as usual. Ahoy and hello, everyone. Good morning. 0 viewers. Nobody knows how dry I am. But we're going to be positive today. Wow, I set up a lot of shows yesterday, all the way into March. Momentum March. We are on the march. Ooh, yeah, that's a good slogan, huh? Not that it hasn't been used with Marvel before, I'm sure, but write it down. Momentum is on the march. Yes. In March. I like it when I wake up and I have too much on my mind. Too much time on my hands. Maybe that's it. Fix this where that box is supported a little bit more. It's quite heavy. It has several comics in it. Wow, it's a lonely feeling talking to myself. Lonely. Let's see. Owners of a lonely heart. I like some, yes. I saw them in concert, maybe twice, maybe. Oh, this is cool. Let's see. Less than $1? Let's see. All right, so I need Sharpie. That's what I need. I like to write on here. I didn't, this is my collection. I'll never get rid of it. You absolutely need to keep, a record of how much you gave for everything. Let's see. Do I even have a Sharpie in here? I like to write on the tape, the back, pertinent information. Is it signed? The things like that, what you gave for it. Is there something special about the issue that you might not see immediately? Let's see. Do I have? Please let me say it. I mean, I have others here, but I don't. Ooh, these might be Sharpies. Is this Sharpie? Oh, red. It's red. Freaking red Sharpie. No, the bane of my existence. Well, if that's all I have to complain about, in all this process, folks, and no one's here to hear me. So, and things just keep sliding off these pens. Amazing. But I think of, how fortunate I've been to crowdfund to get $2,000 just to, over 2,000. $2,000 over 2,000. It is over 2,000 in 4 days. That's old news. We're going on. We're going higher. But at the same time, I do really appreciate that. I think of the suffering children in Haiti and others, and we as Americans, or the Western world, we have it so beautiful. Being able to have choices and live our lives to the fullest, where there are a lot of people that don't have that opportunity, and they're just looking for that opportunity. I'm still looking for that opportunity, and I've been blessed with a lot. But anyway, less than $1. I'm just going to put $1 on here because I got a little price break on it. Absolutely. And he gives me some free stuff anyway if you buy so much. I think it's like, because I really have taken advantage of it. It's like I only subscribe to one book, and that's Spawn. It's collectible. It's only $2.99, since it doesn't take up a lot of room, and I can wait 5-6 months to, and get 5-6 books. It's not going to cost him a lot. He's like, your book is not going to, and it's not going to, because that's all I subscribe to. But since I do that, I get like, when I buy my supplies, I get like buy 2, get 1 half off, I think. Or at one time, I think, it's like get 1 free, buy 1, get 1 free. Simply because I get that one book, that file, and like I went in the day before yesterday, saw some recent books that I wanted, and I said, hold on to these. I'll be back in Monday. And every time, it seems like with this owner, every time I go in there, I drop some pretty good money. So it's like, I always have. And so, don't go in very often, but when I do, it's like, oh, Rex is here. Gonna make a couple $100 maybe, or something. I don't know. Not always, but I mean, and he showed me the dollar bin boxes. I was like, wow, yeah. And even stuff, I bought some extra stuff just simply because it had Andy Smith artwork or Del Keown artwork. I mean, maybe these are only worth $1 because of the condition, or might have something wrong with it, something. But I mean, they look pretty good to mine, and I think I, filled in some gaps, and that's always fun, to find stuff that you kind of been wanting to fill in gaps with. But it's just stuff. It really is just stuff. Invest in people, and you will never be disappointed. But Invest wisely. There you go. There's words of wisdom. Invest wisely. Um, judge them by their fruit. What do they bring? What do they bring into the table? Anything? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not an expert on people, and I don't break it down like Doc does or whatever. To me, um, there's just different ways of thinking. You know, I choose the better path for me. I know what works for me. I mean, there's there's some things that don't work for me. Uh, Man, what a Sunday! What a Sunday! Mm-mm-mm. I still have the Chosen stream to set up. Uh, did we even? Yeah, I guess we did. I actually went to bed, during that showing, with everybody else behind watching it, behind the scenes. So if they got kicked, they had to stay out because I'm moderator. Um, that's one of my goals this year. I guess if I had a New Year's resolution, and can you have a New Year's resolution in February? Absolutely. It's your life. You do what you want with it. Um, and I'm a torrent of emotion right now. I just am. Be honest with you. Things are very close to the surface and churned up, stirred up, and for different reasons, all kinds of different reasons. It's not one person, one thing, one. Uh, this is absolutely not went this month. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this. Does that make sense? Hey man, I've got good material in here. I need to go back and if I had time, I'd go back and rewatch some of this stuff. It's a gold mine of wisdoms of nuggets. Good morning. Good morning. If you can crack yourself up, maybe you're just cracked. I don't know. You be the judge. Don't crucify me because I'm beautiful. I actually, that's, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Remember that commercial from the 80s? I put my spin on it. So don't crucify me. So there we go. I don't say that all the time. I just came up with that right now, but I often think of that dumb commercial where she's like, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Hate you? I don't even like you. What? I don't even know you. Get away from me. See, if you can crack yourself up, like I say, you may be cracked. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay to be a little bent, you know. Just don't go off the rails. Don't go off the road while you're, you know. So Resurrection Man #8. Okay. Usually $2.99. Picked it up for less than $1. Nice cover. Often buy comics just for the cover. You never know in some of these. I like this. It's like chained up guy and everything. Wow. Okay. I mean, I don't know what Resurrection Man was about, but pretty cool concept, I guess. DC Comics printed it. You can outrun death, Mitch Shelley, but not the long arm of the law. They covered up Arkansas with all the text. What the hell? Because I have a map of America here with the states lined up. DC Comics Digital. Oh, Yeah, that's been out a while. Jim Lee's Justice League. Okay, I could talk. Oh, this might even be Ethan's cover. Wow, wow. Green Lantern cover by Ethan Van Sciver on the ad here. Wow, there you go. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You know, energy punch. That's cool. Hell yeah. I don't think I'll take this one down. I think I'll maybe use this. I'm looking for inspiration in my comics. Those are the best kind of comics where you can actually be inspired. And I absolutely do buy a few of these for simply for the inspiration. Okay, I see that's got a spot on the cover, but who cares? I mean, treat it lightly and it's okay. It's all right. I didn't have it. I didn't have to spend a fortune for it, and it's got a great cover, and it's got maybe I don't really care about the story. It got Ethan comic there picture, so I mean it's worth for just he shouldn't have covered up Arkansas. I'm just saying, but Georgia didn't even make it. Suck it, Doc. Doc's good enough not to put up with my blather. Okay, I meant to do this. Who has time to look at these things though? But it's something to do, and I'm doing it. I'm going to drop the link, and if anyone, I'll occasionally look up if somebody wants to come in and just blather, talk while I do this. Otherwise, just stay where you're at, comfortable. Florida Man by Mike Barron. How about that? Number one. And actually, he said that Florida Man was selling pretty well. Paid $4. Actually, 8 because I bought 2 copies with 2 different covers because I can't wait to show my copies of Florida Man to Mike Barron. Yes, I have supported you and my local comic book shop. And that's important, folks. That is important. And I got some Alterna books from Peter Samedi, Tinseltown #1, 1 in a 5-issue limited series. I might already have this. I didn't care when it comes to this like crowdfunded stuff. It's like, wow, I know the guys that are making this. I want this, even if it's an extra copy. And these were probably sent out. Excuse the, you get that. I don't like these self-sealing. I don't really like these self-sealing. Should I come on camera? I don't know. It might just be a distraction. I don't like these self-sealing bags. Officer Moore back on the lot. Losing the Light, Tinseltown. I heard some good things about this. This is I don't know that it's a noir piece. It's a set back in the 40s, maybe, where she's an officer, police officer or something. Vice Nights. Wow. That's Tinseltown, 1989. Beach Watch. Okay. So that's a riff on Baywatch and Miami Vice. That's kind of like Magic Cop, I advertised Inner Man and Devil Flyer and Sea Demon, the Ash Can, with artwork and some of Alterna's books a couple of years ago. Love Alterna. I mean, these were probably sent out by Peter. He sends out copies. I know that. I know this because at Comic Universe in Jackson, where Elsie lives, she said when I bought some Alterna books out of that they had just been sent to her. Um, I could absolutely, if they didn't have the price tag, and I might try and take these. I'm just going to reboard and bag most of these. And these bags seem to be a little bit larger than, or the board's too small. But I got a complete Eric Henson's Eden from Alternate Comics. The complete story, 1 through 4. How dope is that? And the artwork looks George Perez level. At least the covers and whatnot. This looks like a pretty good read. Um, Baron Rat and the Great Cheese Caper. Wow. September 2018. So this is issue 4. I'm looking at the end of the series, and so we're talking 2018 Alterna books. So we're this is great. I got early Alterna stuff that I didn't have. Is it in the best of shape? No, but it's readable, and it can be pressed to where it looks better. And yeah, for what I gave for it, less than $1, it's absolutely worth what I gave for it. Maybe more, actually. It'd been, early fresh print stuff probably. Eventually, Peter does his thing over there at Alterna, and is indeed doing his thing, as I'm trying to do. I guess in a way we're all vying for the same dollar. I don't know why my coffee seems. I'm pretty sure I put lime juice in it. I may not have. I may be drinking it straight. Oh my God. Without lime juice. Oh my God. What am I going to do? So what's on everybody's agenda today? I guess it's to ignore Rex. I don't know. Got nothing to say? If you say hello, that's more than what a lot of people. I mean, I couldn't get a hello, a greeting. I'm, when I went up to Chicago, and this was like in the late 80s, people within urban areas just don't say hello. They look at you like you're weird, like you want to steal their children or rob them. When you say, hello, how are you today? And they just, I think it's rude, not to get a response back when somebody's talking to you. But they look at you like you're the odd man out, and you're frequenting their business and say, okay, I see you're not going to respond to me, so I'll just have a slice of pizza or whatever. It's like, damn. Have we lost? And this was back in the late 80s. Have we lost they had a great place. You could go and get a cheap, they have a lot of slaughterhouse. I mean, sorry, that's just it. They they have a lot of slaughterhouses there and whatever they can get. And there's city and import a lot. And, so they, can get, cheap cuts of meat. Cheap, but you could get like this buffet style. You could get like some steak and corn on the cob, and I don't know what else. You could get a good meal for like $2. I couldn't even go to the grocery store down here in Arkansas at that time and get a steak, just the steak, for $2, much less the other stuff to go with it, the sides or whatnot. I was like, wow. So yeah, I had found that place, and I knew where it was, and frequented that place at least once more. But you would say, hey, how you doing? Or, hello, and get no response. And they look at you like you're the Zodiac killer. What's up with that? But you never know what's going on, in someone's life. Maybe their car just got hit, I don't know. But it just seems like, even back then, it's people live in urban areas. It's, I say, get out into the great white north. Get out. It's a beauty way to go. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, eh? Like it's the Great White North, eh? And I got a brewski, eh? With some krillers, some, get out. It's mine, eh? It's like a donut, eh? With it's oh donuts. Oh, if they were only good for you, I could devour some donuts. Um, he died of diabetes. He wasn't diagnosed with diabetes, but that fifth box of a dozen donuts killed him. Too much sugar rush. Send me to the moon. Woo! Yeah. I mean, go suck on a rock. You'll get more nutrition and minerals from the rock than you will a donut. It's just a fact. The donuts are so delish, to use one of Carrie's terms. So delish. How do you feel about sweet corn and tuna pizza? Woo! She had that yesterday. Again. Oh my God. I like pizza, but come on. Wow. And especially around breakfast time. Although I have done some like breaded, in the air fryer fish for breakfast. Fish is very light. It's not like beef or something like that. It doesn't set heavy on you hours after you've eaten it. Not that you eat to excess anyway, hopefully, but I mean, it is a light thing that fills you up for the moment, but quickly goes away. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, if I eat a hamburger, I'm going to be full for a while. It's just, I guess more compact. I don't know, but maybe not as. Oh man, that coffee is without lime juice. I'm sorry, I've spoiled myself. Can you believe I got a Del Keon Pit #1? I know they probably printed a lot of these things, but for less than $1, I mean, come on. It's good just to have it here for reference at my fingertips, but it won't be for long. It'll get lost in the shuffle. The curly shuffle. Hey mo, with the young, 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 young. Remember that song? Maybe not. Okay. Not everybody had the same Christmas. I'm learning that we didn't have the same life experiences. Um, you go to a church and they're singing hymnals you don't know. You don't know that? I've sang that since I'm like 2 years old. I'm like, no, but and then you discuss. No, we bringing in the sheaves. We will come rejoice. Oh, I've never heard that one. I'm like, really? It's a denominational thing. You know, you think everybody's singing what you're singing? Not necessarily. And that's the spice of life, folks. It's about the spice, like Dune. It's the spice of life. We're all different. We're all unique. Think about that. We're all unique. We're one of a kind item in the universe. There'll never be another you. How special is that? I really resent scientists and people that have such a jaded and hubris attitude that they kind of malign and you're nothing special. You're a bunch of minerals and mostly water and chemicals and you're not. You're just another cog in the giant cosmic wheel of life. Okay, you do you, boo. That's the way you want to look at life. Life is to be treasured every moment, precious. Now, when I wake up out of bed, sometimes when you wake up grumpy, or I mean, you wake up at disadvantage, let's say. Uh, yeah, maybe, but sometimes it's hard to turn the Titanic around. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So I got some Andy Smith here, and written by Chuck Dixon. So of course Chuck's written everything except for the Bible. Uh, and then what he left over, what he didn't write, Mike Barron wrote it. Okay, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It wasn't a very good tale, but I'll just tuck it between my legs and keep going. So, and that's what you have to do is tuck your tail between your legs and keep going sometimes with life, right? Rex, why are you so upbeat? Why, it's the cocaine. Okay. No, let's don't get any rumors started. Sorry. Wow, man, it's already been 30 minutes. Wow. Okay. And the only wonderful person to come in's Ice Queen. All the rest have been lurkers and people pop in and then pop out. What the hell? Well, anyway, maybe I'm too harsh. I can be too harsh. I'm sure. If you enjoy that. Oh, by the way, if you enjoy the content of this stream, and maybe you don't, you know, could you do a guy a favor, maybe for once in your miserable existence, and leave me a like? Come on, folks, help a small creator out once in your life, man. Somewhere I saw my. Now, see, they put packing tape on this. Don't ever do that to your comic bags. It ruins it. This tape is strong tape, and you need a blade. Fortunately, I got my little scissors here to cut it open. The bag's ruined, which, the bag might not have been salvageable on any of these. Or, I try and recycle, and they might be the only thing you have at a moment to, better protect your comic than it just sitting out in the raw. Chrome Man #0. 12. I really like this about Triumph Comics on the cover. They would serial number and tell you the serial number on the top of the comic. This is number 12,691 out of a print run, which is quite small if you think about 8 billion people. Well, yeah, but not 8 billion people collect comics. Okay, but let's say, how many people do you think collect comics? Smart ass. I heard that comment in the back. Said fewer and fewer every day. What the? Anyway, all right. Let's say we have a million. Well, there's got to be more than a million people in the world that read comics. Let's say 20 million. So 20,000 compared to 20 million. Is this going to appeal to everybody? No. But I mean, 20,000 is a small print run, folks. Small print run. Look at that. Adam Post and Eric Schefferman present the Chromium Man. Adam Post, president of the company. I did not know Adam Post did this up till about a year ago. All these books, and so yeah, when I saw this, and I probably and knowing the print run, and it's just such a neat ideal to print. And when you run this down the printing line, it it's got a counter on it, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as the books run through. And if you run into a problem where the line gets jammed up, I know this because I worked at a printing company. Hello. Um, then you'll have to just back the counter up and start the run again, and they'll start it running slowly through there and make sure it's printed number 12,691, and the next one 12,000, and the previous one was 12,690, so that you don't skip, and then it goes on, and then they'll crank it up again. you know um Yeah, they did some pretty good stuff. Adam did with this stuff. Yeah, this one's kind of got some stuff on the back, but I don't care. These are low print run books. Triumph, what being the collector's universe means. Read, save, collect. Triumph Comics has created a universe of titles geared specifically for the serious comic book collector. Now, this is written on the inside back cover, sort of a mission statement. Read comics. A serious comic book collector doesn't just flip through a comic and look at the pictures or drop it into a plastic bag as soon as he gets it home. Now they're hating on me. Don't like that. He reads. Emphasis on the word reads. He all caps, kind of like I do all the time. Why are you shouting at me? He reads the comic cover to cover, enjoying both the artwork and the storyline. Save comics. A serious comic book collector saves his comic books so that he can refer back to previous issues. And because he respects and prizes his comics as the pieces of art and literature that they are. Three, collect comics. A serious comic book collector is also a completist. He takes pride in his collection and tries to maintain a complete set of the series he is collecting. This is your universe, the collector's universe. Triumph Comics. And their titles at this time. And I don't know that I have a lot of Company X or maybe even a thing, but Scavengers. I definitely have some Scavengers. Chromium Man. I have some of that. Riot Gear. Absolutely. Prince Vandal. Absolutely. Dr. Chaos, yes, and maybe even some Company X. I'm going to have to look into this, do a search on Company X. 1 year anniversary sale here, mail order. Limited quantities of these back issues are still available. I bet they're not now. Wow! It's got a picture of a young Adam Post. Wow! I'm going to have to show this today on the show. We first met the Chromium Man back in the summer of 1980. He told us about his fantastic life as a Realm Riot Guard trooper turned renegade. Right away, we realized that his life story was the makings of a series hit. We signed him to an exclusive contract and bought him a cottage in upstate New York where he can peacefully live out the rest of his days. I don't know what any of that meant, but there is a dope picture of a young Adam Post with hair that goes on endlessly. Wow. That's worth the price of less than $1 right there. And they apparently they had interlinking covers. Coupon edition Scavenger Zero, retail edition Scavenger Zero, giveaway edition Scavenger Zero. Now they did have some. I think they had the larger print runs was 80,000 comics. I mean 80,000 on the run. Each of them individually numbered. Full color comics, I believe. This one's full color. Wow, this has really got some big borders in it. Kind of like he likes his big borders. I don't know why Adam likes big borders, but this one has. Anyway, yeah, that's a trip. Chromium Man Zero. Wow, only 20,000 printed. Yeah. All right. That's a good Rob. Hey, Nikki. Nikki in the house saying, good morning, everyone. Good morning, sunshine. All right. So what do we have here? This is City of Heroes. This had a Del Keown cover. Oh, yeah. And I collected City of Heroes, around 2006 or so, when it was coming out. This one is Top Cow Image, so this one I probably definitely, it's probably one of the later ones, and that I don't know, it may be the very first one. I think it's probably second series, though, with the Del Keown cover. Um, and I collected City of Heroes anyway because they had a lot of characters. I like a lot of characters, because, in fact, saying that, going to go into a different direction with the last 8 or 9 pages I'm working on. I'm going to be putting up. Well, one thing I'm going to have Diller do. He's done a devil flyer, not as you're expecting it, for me. Wait for it. I haven't even seen it yet. Okay, and he hasn't finished it yet, but I know it'll look dope. It's metallic. It is metal. It's chromium. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all silver. Silver boa. No, not silver boa. Although he is all silver. Devil Flyer. He's going to be all spiked up. He's going to be wielding a double-headed axe. Oh yeah. But John Dillard, oh, Magnus Robot Fighter 4000 AD, a Whitman variant. We laughed at these Whitman variants when they came out. Nobody wanted them. Generally reprint material, but people look at them as a variant now and quite rare. So there you have it. Modern comics too, probably. Whitman does the big little books. Now, see, they used the wrong tape on this bag. I'll have to throw this bag away. Why? Because it's sticky where the tape used to be. In fact, I don't think this one was even taped on. It was just the stickiness of where the tape had been that was holding the flap down. But okay, so I'll take out the board. Want to save the board. Always save your old boards. I have many uses for the old boards. If nothing else to draw on. Unless they're sticky. But you have to do away with sticky stuff around your collection. You just do. You don't want sticky around your collection. So this is a Magnus Robot Fighter 25 center. So that tells me mid 70s because that's when I started. Let me sniff it. Oh God, that's vintage. That's like wine. January 1976. So it was actually produced months ahead of time, usually about 3 months ahead of time. It has a Bugs Bunny and Porky Pig Hostess cupcake ad in it on the inside back cover. How cool is that? Um, Magnus Robot Fighter 4000 AD, Fear Unlimited. Doubt, dread, terror, anxiety. Wow, sounds like my day when I start my day. Oh, Insta Replay. Wow. Yeah, $6 million man. Movie viewer. Wow. And of course the 13-inch action figure, which I still have, fortunately, although he's looking a little played with. Um, There's certain theme music that just, and Bionic Man. Sue me. I have a good time with life. Yeah. Awesome art in this. Very solid. Get your favorite cartoon characters in this brilliant embroidered cloth patches. Now only 99 cents. You can get Robin, you can get Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Sylvester, from Sylvester and Tweety. You got Bugs Bunny, you got Pepe Le Pew, the skunk. That might be Scratch and Sniff. I don't know. But these are patches. You got the Superman symbol as a big patch. You got Porky Pig. This is testing me here. Speedy Gonzalez, Elmer Fudd, Roadrunner, Y.E. Coyote. Let's see how good I am. Can I get them all? Wendy, the Good Witch from Harvey. Daffy Duck. Yosemite Sam, Casper, another Casper, Baby Huey, and that mean ghost from Casper. What was it? I'm not going to get him. And we got Tweety there. We have Tom and Jerry in one patch together. Couple Fred Flintstones, Barney, Popeye. He's not colored for some reason. I don't know if that was a printing error or what. Olive Oil, Snuffy Smith, a couple Snuffy Smith, couple Felix the Cats, another Popeye. Alfred P. Newman from Mad Magazine, Henry, Sarge, and Beetle from Beetle Bailey. And then on the other, we have get these dynamite embroidered cloth patches that tell it like it is. Each groovy patch measuring 3 inches. That's a good size patch. Made to sell for much, much more. Your satisfaction is guaranteed, or your money cheerfully refunded. Order now, 99 cents only. Pay only 90 cents each. And that's got the lips with the tongue, like Rolling Stones. or STP patch, which is oil, I guess. Sort of Robert Crumb's Keep On Trucking patch. There's a Heckle and Jekyll patch. There's a Daffy Duck, and here's like a black hand, white hand holding up a dove for peace. The peace symbol with American flag, and then other things. So just some cool patch designs. The smiley face, of course, like very iconic, 60s, 70s. I guess the smiley came out in the late 60s. It's cool just to get some of these older comics just for here's a dog ear. I have to fix that dog ear. What's a dog ear? That's when the corner of your book gets folded under. Kids, Roach designs are now available as iron-on transfers. And they have looks like a necktie with a lady on it. Fun tricks, free things. Mail today. Joy buzzer. Smoking fingers. Mini camera. Snowstorm. It's got an Eskimo smoking a cigarette out in the snow. Genie powder, maybe. Magic light bulb, marked trading card. Playing cards. Marked deck. It really works. A little gun that goes bang, keychain. Wow, just different things like that. Fun stuff that you see in comics. And then kids, Roach designs are now available on Iron Treat. Some more, and then you could sell grit. Earn $2, $5, $10 or more every week of the year. Put yourself in the center of the action. Sell their rag newspaper or whatever, grit. I never got into grit, but made some great ads for comics. Good morning. I see we added to person, maybe. I hope. The best of Walt Disney comics. I'm gonna have to show this to Elsie. I think he was actually showing some of these. 1934, 1944, 1947, and 1952. Okay, so 1934, Mickey Mouse and Goofy in a comic strip set in the Wild Wild West. 1944, Exciting Adventures of Donald Duck and His Intrepid Nephews. 1947, more nostalgia with Donald, featuring the first appearance of Uncle Scrooge. 1952, the very first issue of Uncle Scrooge comics. All done, I'm sure, by the master artist. And in the back, they would have a robot gallery. These were kids or young people reading Magnus Robot Fighter. And they would draw their version of robots. You get your pictures published in there. I need to probably make that on my short list. Put in my book fan art, one page of fan art. I'd like to do that. I've not been sent any fan art, but now there has been some. But yeah, there's some of their designs right there. And there's your lizard representation, Lorenzo. Just saying. But these are all supposed to be robots. Pretty cool, huh? That's that Magnus Robot Fighter issue. Whitman Publishing. Whitman published, look, I'm all hanging out. And then it's always opposite, right? Show that nice burly chest hair. Anyway, now I'm embarrassed. But yeah, the patches and stuff. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All for less than $1. There's the chicken. You better not. But oh man, and look at this. $6 million man ad on the back. I still have mine, and this was bogus. He's lifting up a car engine. But how is this a great thing for an action figure to play with? I turn the camera on and I lose two people. I know I've not got the prettiest mug to look at, but damn, people, you're harsh. All right, I had to set this one aside to show Elsie because he might actually have some of those Disney books. I think he showed them recently, fairly recently on the show. So I'll put that one back. Show to Elsie. I absolutely have gotten like some stuff. I really did lose two people, of course, but can you even trust YouTube numbering? I just do my thing and go on. Nobody wants to watch me anymore. Maybe I've offended people. I don't know. Maybe people are sleeping. It's busy. But I mean, where's Mrs. G? Get up, Mrs. G. Remember I used to do the wake up streams? I get it. I'm losing in popularity. I get it. All right, Rex, don't go dark. Don't go negative. Don't go down that road. I'm just kidding, folks. Well, you want me to feel loved, right? You don't want me to develop a inferiority complex, and maybe you'd rather I keep my icon up, you know, and not have to see my horrid face. Okay, how about that one? That one. That one I used for over 2 years. So maybe I just need to go to that one. Less colorful. Oh, me. What a joy to be with all of you today. All one of you. I get it. I had to get up and service the kids or make breakfast or go back to sleep or I get it. Not listen to Rex. That's my favorite thing to do. Not listen to Rex blather on about comics and life in general and the meaning of life. That will add, if you're not watching this channel, you may miss the meaning of life. That one answer that you've been looking for all your life, and you missed it simply because he streams all the time and he's got nothing new to say. He's a depleted windbag that oh God, if that doesn't wake you up, that's horrid. I need some lime in my coffee. I could absolutely. Oh man, the sticker. Oh no, woo, scared me. I thought the sticker. Oh, it might be on the book. Oh, I hope it's not on the book. Oh man, maybe that's the line. Oh no, it's not on the book. Yes, that would be a crime if they stuck a sticker on the front of the cover of the book. Those stickers are impossible to get off. And believe me, I've whispered in their ear and tried to get them to. Well, anyway, Rex, quit being so naughty. This is what the internet has done to me, folks. I've reached an all-time low. Jeez, Louise, and I never touched her. Okay, just saying. And that's just something we say around here. Jeez, Louise. Not really, not that often. Bloodfire now from Lightning Comics, low print run. I'm sure. He was a superhero that had AIDS back in the day because AIDS was a big topic. As you well know, in the 80s and early 90s, AIDS was a big topic. And there were famous people who died from it, like Rock Hudson. He came out as gay. Nobody knew he was gay. I mean, except maybe the Hollywood crowd. He was looked at. Does that subvert your expectations when you have a celebrity like that and you think they're one thing? He's a man's man, and then he comes out as, yeah, he likes men. Or, I mean, does that subvert your, I mean, does that just mind screw you, you know? It does me to a certain degree. And then I'm getting to the age where I just say, okay, you do you, boo. And when I say mess with me, it didn't really mess with me, but I mean, it just, um, ooh, it's got good black and white in the background here. Black and white can be sexy, um, as opposed to color. Not all comics have to be colored, folks. I'm just saying. That's racist. Don't ever say that again, Rex. I didn't mean it that way. Man, misconstrued myself. I am misconstrued. I looked up and from the get go, I saw myself in the mirror and I was like, you handsome devil, you. No, I did not. I would never. No. No, I didn't. No. As Palpatine says, no. um, I get it some way, but women probably don't want a chipper man in the, you know, just send me outside to do the chores if you don't want to hear it, you know. Um, I'll probably come in grumpy. then we'll be on the right, you know. Just tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. Now this, I don't know, man. This part of the story, it seems a little sus to me. Look at this 2-page spread, totally blank, blacked out, and dialogue on this side. It may be effective storytelling. It may be laziness. All I know is it took a lot of ink if they did this practically, you know. Interesting. Please, I don't want to have this dream again. It's no longer a dream. Now it's time for you to make your dreams and bring them into your consciousness. It's time to let your dreams take their rightful place as a memory. You must try. Ooh, that rhymes. I can't. You have to. You must claim what is yours. And for that to happen, you must know your true past. I can only take you so far. Who are you? That is not important now. The question is, who are you? To be or not to be? It all comes down to Shakespeare. Damn it. Okay. I am not sure. Go back, explore what you remember. Go back, go back, past remembered. Ooh, and then you come into a nice look at this 2-page spread. Look at that. Wow, wow, that's cool. That may be some good storytelling. Ram. I have some of these. I did not have this issue. This looks like Brian Bolland. Renfield from like Dracula. Renfield. Those whose God wishes to destroy, he first makes mad. Okay. Okay. I'm fine with that. But Ram, yeah. I've not read these, but I've collected them, and for this price, I think you can find some better stuff than, I mean, more interesting, thought provoking stuff. I muted myself than Marvel or DC. Um, not that I'm slamming Marvel or DC. There's been some good, but I mean, you kind of know what you get from them. Not always, but really, it is the indies that are more interesting. Why am I losing viewers? I'm starting to develop a complex, YouTube. Why don't you ever share out my streams? Why don't you ever help a guy out? Why do you have to kick him while he's down? Hmm. These are the questions. These are the days of your life. For you that might not know that is a soap opera tagline. So like the sands of the hourglass, so are the days of your life. Okay. Don't like this. This is sticky tape, but I was able to get it off and that not be leave it sticky. All tape is not the same, folks. Okay, time for a sponsor and just free of charge. Collectors, the best, not painter's tape. You could use painter's tape maybe in shipping to bundle up things. But even that can leave sticky residue. No sticky residue, no splitting. Buy magic tape. Buy Scotch brand 3M magic tape. Guaranteed to peel off after 8 years. I'm speaking from experience. I mean, it may split every now and then, but don't get the regular Scotch tape, 3M. That's gummy. That yellows over time. Magic tape, the only brand a collector should use. There we go. There's the little shield for the tape. Absolutely, you should use magic tape when and when you buy Devil Flyer. One of my pledges to you is to use magic tape. It is the best tape. And how did I find out? Okay, never really considered tape till my friend John John Flandes and my friend Dave Snow that I started the comic shop with or ran the comic shop with. Actually, John was one of my old customers, and he winds up writing or drawing and inking and lettering my comic. Epic! I guess I treated him well as a customer. Um, it's hard to believe we've been friends for over 40 years. If I call you friend, I'm like the gum that gets on the bottom of your shoe. I'm hard to get rid of. I'm sorry. Now I will absolutely, if you say go the fuck away, get away from me, quit stalking me, quit, I don't want to, or, look, man, your boundaries, I will absolutely listen. Um, but I'm that person that will be there for you. I will help you bury the bodies in Minecraft. Uh, and other things. But I feel like I'm a loyal, person to the, you and I have different associations of friends. I have closer friendships than others. I mean, I and John are close, but I would say I and Elsie are closer. I mean, but do I gauge our friendship on that? No. It's just boundaries, what people comfort level of people. Um, I'm one of those. I really had a complex about that. If you didn't like me, it was devastating to me growing up. I wanted to be everyone's friend. And you can attribute that to my mother and father and God. Um, when I think of when I hear my backstory, my origin story that I've been reading lately, which is thanks to Anna, my sister, it's like, ooh, I could have been named Charles. Do I look like a Charles? Um, hmm, Charles. Okay, Charles Edwin. Charles Edwin Harrison. Wow. Okay. Let's don't run with that at all. I had a good friend in college named Charles and was friends and kind of connected I and Elsie together. I mean, we were both friends with him. Um, and did, set many time creating art and painting and talking over creative things. That's what I did in college, and I usually ran with an older crowd. Elsie's 66, I'm 58. Charles was older than both of us. Artie, who was an ex Hell's Angel and mercenary, he was late 40s, sort of mid 40s, maybe when I met him, late 40s. And, you know, I'm in like early 20s. So quite an age difference. But I hung out with a mature, older crowd. I do like mature women. I always have. My two wives were 6.5 years older than myself. I like maturity in my women. Um, you know, an aged wine instead of something that's green and nasty. Uh, anyway, yeah, I like some maturity, but then I'm one of the most immature people you will ever meet. I have not haven't had my sense of humor beaten out of me. So sue me. Jeez, you know, some people have no sense of humor. They're nurse ratchet. Life's too short, folks. You're gonna die of brain aneurysm or stress. Just saying, chill out, smoke a doobie, or lift a cup, or do whatever it takes. But back off on life a little bit. You know, you don't have to floor it all the time and go, you know, 100 miles an hour down the road every day, all the time. You know, chill out. Quit biting people's head off and going all praying mantis. You know, you're going to miss a lot in life if you live your life like that. Weird science. Weird science. Bad 1950s EC comics. Great selling point. They weren't bad. They're classic and they're worth a lot of money. This has got some fan art in it too. Cool. Maybe fan art from the 50s. Oh, see this one panel here. Just this one image gives me, oh, hell yeah. I got to get that in. Oh, yeah. Put that in my short stack. I got to look at this E stuff. Hey, I'm going to set all, I got three reprint Al Feinstein cover. Weird Science. This is great imagery from the early 50s. Inspirational stuff. I'm definitely going to look over this stuff and add it to my comic book. You know, and that's what I'm majoring on now. I'm trying to think of some strong imagery that you respond to. Like, even if you're not a Christian, you respond to human suffering. You respond, hopefully, to Christ hanging on the cross or carrying. I think actually Christ carrying the cross is a stronger image in my mind than Christ on the cross. Why is that? Because we can all identify with toil and labor and feeling the weight of the world on our backs. We can identify with that as human beings. Break these things down. Think. I've spent too much time thinking, but I assure you it's not in the bathroom. I do not have literature in my bathroom. The bathroom is not a place to read, folks. If you do it, fine. No aspersions, no hatred. But really, I go into the bathroom pretty much for one thing. That's self-grooming, self-loathing, and the thing. Occasionally, uh, TMI. I know. See, you can already tell by the sound of this. This is improper tape. And this has some water damage to it, I think. Stained. I don't think they printed it this way. I am going to do a distress cover. I actually came up with that before anyone else really did it. Now they kind of overdo it, but Momentum hasn't done it. And I don't care if people think, look at my stuff and they go, oh, well, that's been done before. Well, I haven't done it and I'm going to do it. So, yeah, this one's got a little bit of, oh, yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah. But that's all right. I mean, what fur? What fur? What fur? Wow. Here's a science fiction yarn with sheer, stark terror in its electrifying finish. Now that's, great artwork, man, from the 50s. This is when they knew how to do comics. Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, and The Haunt of Fear from Tales of the Crypt. Shocking suspense stories, weird science. Cool, iconic stuff. I want imagery that sticks in your mind after you've read it. I want thought provoking. A good book, a good story should be thought provoking, don't you think? It's kind of got an Elvis type character in here. That's cool. Okay, so I'll show you this one. All two of you watching. See that stain there? But that's all right. Less than $1. And if you were to get this, if you were to try and pick this 50s book up in just brittle, falling apart shape, so you can tell even down here, the watermark there, but it's not rippled that bad, and you can absolutely put this in a press and press it flat. Now it's still going to have the stain, it's still going to obviously be damaged, but still, this is still a complete comic that's readable, and less than $1, with some great artwork. And if you were to get these in original or like in a volume, you're going to pay a lot more for them. So I think it's pretty good value. And I didn't see anything inspirational in there, but I'm going to put this aside with the other. It absolutely, they use very strong. I mean, this is a hangman's cover, bondage cover, shocking. This is what it was, stuff like this from EC Comics that got them shut down, and they basically ran with their satirical humor magazine, Mad Magazine, and they're still doing it today, coming out with special. Although I think Mad Magazine stopped publishing, there was shocking imagery like this, like something getting ready to hit somebody's eye damage cover, to somebody's severed head, and serial killing and hanging scenes like this. That said, that quack wrote that book and said, hey, this is leading to the delinquency of your children. And they had book burnings. That's one reason this material is expensive to collect nowadays, because there's less copies out there, because they absolutely did book burnings in the 50s in America, just like they did in Nazi Germany. And, little history lesson for you. Try and inform you. Try and give you good content. Nobody cares. Well, and then we have weird science fantasy. See, I might even have. I don't know if I have an archive with some EC stuff in it. Seems like I do somewhere, but I have not really explored the EC books like this. You know, I just haven't. But I know it's good stuff, and I will definitely delve into it. I probably got one or two EC comics in my collection, maybe. I don't know. To be perfectly honest, um, some of these are expensive to, as I said, Wallywood artwork and a lot of them, Al Feinstein. Hell yeah, man. Good looking artwork, and then you want to know, I mean, if nothing else, like, here's a text story, and I kind of wrote hockey story like that, a text story. I'll show you what I'm talking about, where it's mostly text here, but they have like a top illustration, or maybe an illustration up top and then one at the bottom, not very much. And it might run for pages. It might just run one page like this one. And I wrote a story like that with just a couple of images and mostly text. It's the story of a man's dying thoughts right before he dies. What is he thinking? But got not in the best of shape, and he was upfront with me, telling me, dollar box. That's why it's in the dollar box, and maybe just to make room for other stuff. But good, good story. And you want to read good stories and how to grab people. I went up to 3 people. Another person came in, and now I'm down to 1. Oh well. And to top the day off, we have a Mr. Doc Blaylock in the house.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today, sir? Yeah, that's what I thought. Get the hell out of here. Okay, that's a joke. Don't leave me now. Don't leave me now. Na 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 na. That's not the way it goes. I was just talking EC Comics, Doc.
Good old EC.
Now, didn't EC did some noir type stuff, didn't they?
Seems like they did.
What now?
Seems as if I remember them doing so, yes.
Yeah. How's your lung breathing?
Fine. This is my morning head cold.
Oh, okay. I was just kind of, that's a good way to just kind of get a health update. How you been doing of late? Because it kind of varies from day to day. I get it.
Well, most days.
Right.
It takes a couple of hours.
Yeah. To get it cranked up. I get it.
To be suitably functional for human interaction.
To get it 63%. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not running on all cylinders. Yeah. And you call me a Model T. What the hell? That sounds more like a Model A. I know. I was there building them on the assembly line with Ford when he did it. Or so I've been accused.
It's a rainy day in Georgia.
Oh, man. Wouldn't you like to hear that song right now? That's a great song. Who's your favorite to sing that song?
The what's his name? The original Rainy Night.
Oh, Blind Guy?
Rainy Night in Georgia.
Charles? Or
No. That's not Rainy Night in Georgia. Ray Charles sings just Georgia on My Mind.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm getting that confused, aren't I? I like that because, it tells a story. I like music that tells a story, Doc. Yeah. That's why I like Jim Croce,
Brooke Benton sang Rainy Night in Georgia.
Who did?
Brooke Benton.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of a one-hit wonder for him, probably. Yeah. He might have had some other hits, but that was his biggest problem.
You got Rainy Night in Georgia, Georgia on My Mind, Midnight Train to Georgia, The Night that the Lights Went Out in Georgia. That's
wow, you've really studied this, haven't you?
Well,
they're really hung up on Georgia.
They're all pretty big hits.
Have you lived in Georgia all your life?
No.
I mean, no, I know that. Yeah, you were military, but I mean,
well, no, I mean, I was raised all over the Southeast because Dad was a coach, so we moved every year for the next contract.
Now, what did he coach?
Every sport you could imagine.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, real sports though. No hockey.
Oh, okay. I'm fine with that.
But yeah, we moved all over creation, and then how I ended up here. This is where I was at when I joined the Navy. So I married a girl from here.
Right.
We had a kid, so I stayed for the kid and just never got out to go back.
What's your feeling about kids?
I like kids.
Well, okay, but somebody clip that. Anyway, yeah. They're a lifelong commitment, aren't they?
Of course they are.
Yeah. It changes your whole existence when you have one.
When they're young, they're little wallet draining crap factories.
Yes, indeed. And it remains so for the rest of your life. Have you not figured that out?
When they get a little bit older,
uh-huh.
they become interesting.
Right.
And then
And then you kick them out of the house.
and then a little bit past that,
Yeah.
they start to develop some common sense.
Yeah.
Some later than others.
Right. I actually held back a couple of my daughters in school very early on because the maturity level wasn't there, and they just wanted to play and be kids, and they were kind of like mid-level, doing poorly with their grades, and they could have shunted them along, but I held them back, and they were straight A students. They given another year to kind of
Yeah,
so
mature a little bit. Yeah.
mature a little bit. Some children are more immature than others, kind of like adults, Doc.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a rainy night in Georgia. Blame it on the rain.
And the rooster is, of course, doing his thing.
I haven't heard the rooster yet, but then I haven't been listening. Ha!
You will. You
See
will.
what I did there? I'm surprised you didn't give Charles back that comic book that he gave you at Captain America 2.
Why would I give it back?
Well, I can just imagine you saying, what the hell? I don't want the responsibility of keeping up with this.
I'm not. Here's the thing. Even when I was a collector, I wasn't a collector. I was a reader who didn't throw the comics away after I read them. Does that make sense?
Now, Doc, have you bought my book? You're going to get comp copies and all kinds of stuff, but it seems to me at one time you said, I am actually going to back your book when, when it comes out. I can't wait. So, just wondering.
I haven't yet. I got to get paid first.
Right. Yeah, I know. Right. If that darn publisher would just pay me. Sometimes like this, Doc, it's sticky tape. Again, folks, another sponsor. Use Magic Tape, the only tape for my collection. It's sticky. If I take this out, the whole thing's going to be sticky. Which this bag will probably just folded. It came off clean enough, but it's sticky. Fold it over. Don't try and take it out. Just fold it over. You're probably going to throw this bag away anyway. I did not buy this for the main content. I bought it for this ad on the side. I really like and still like Tales from the Bean World. You probably never heard of it. I actually had 5 original pieces of art from that done by the artist. Met him. All Rex, that was lost.
Rex, I'll be right back.
Excuse me. Ben Compton in the house. Hello to you. So this has Cerebus World Tour, Chicago, Illinois, August 12th, 1995. Tales of the Bean World, Milk and Cheese, not Stephen Bissett, anyway, Tyrant. Let's see. I have one of those that's bagged that's autographed by Steve Bissett. But this is, ad on the back. But, I like some Cerebus, but there's so many out there. This is Mothers and Daughters, number 46. Wow. Comics that you can actually read. Look at that text. Not only do you get it on the inside back story, but this is your splash page, all text. You think he wants to tell a story? But use the whoa, and you turn and more text. Look at that, folks. This is a comic. What, no pretty pictures? And then you turn to this. A lot of text, though. I guess if you have a successful character, Then you turn to this. Look, he's effectively using the 2-page spread. I will absolutely have to look at some of these and see what he's doing in this. Cerebus came out like a Conan character. He's an aardvark, but would wear this little hat. Here he's pictured there with the sword. Although his look kind of changed a little bit, became more cartoonified. And then here he is in another panel with the helmet. I'm not really. I've collected some of these. I've sold some of these when I had a comic shop. I mean, look. Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to, how do I hold this? Because he's upside down. He's, but look at you open this up. Look at this. That's awesome. That's awesome storytelling. Jimmy Palmiotti in the house. Yeah, when people read, wow, Jimmy finally here. Who knew? Awesome creator. Um, his wife is too, draws Harley Quinn, among other things. Yeah, I mean, it's just, wonder. I mean, look at this and the logos, you know, just awesome stuff. I wasn't familiar with this, but Tales of the Mean World. I met Larry in 85 and 86 up in Chicago. Had these, he would do his little tale, and he became editor in chief over at Eclipse Comics. Um, but yeah, man, basically I bought it for this, but I'll go back and I'll get some more of these because, less than $1. There's some gold out there if you know where to look, you know. Doc, are you back?
There's gold and then there are hills.
Doc, are you back?
There's gold and then there are hills. Hey, Jimmy. Hello, Ben.
Yeah, I was going to tell you Jimmy was here for the very first time in the chat. Thank you for
Jimmy
chiming in.
Palmiotti, first time in chat. Wow.
Yeah. And then this was the one before it. It had Poison Elves. Luke, Death Metal Hero, he likes that. So I absolutely got it. And I thought this was innovative. Here it is, World Tour Seattle, on the cover. A great way to advertise your shows, I'm unfamiliar with all his thing. This one's got Bean World and Milk and Cheese and Tyrant as well on it. Well, this is the same. I bought 2 copies. Hey, you find Bean World, anything Bean World, I'm snapping it up, Did you ever read Bean World, Jimmy? Maybe you hated it, I don't know, but the good old days of the black and white, comic glut. Doc.
I love black and white comics. Period. Amen. All day, every day.
I do too. Doc, besides his George Perez Hawaiian t-shirts, has only one shirt, and it's that Kiss shirt. Or he goes topless, which
You've
is
said that. You've said that about my Groot t-shirt, my Atlanta Braves t-shirt, any of the other 20 t-shirts I wear. Okay. Get over it.
All right.
And 2 other Kiss t-shirts, by the way.
I mean, can you imagine, man? I mean, comics made me a reader, and the artwork drew me in, as you know, Doc, but the George Perez and Cerebus was often, a great black and white. I mean, the artwork and the layout. I mean, just look at the layouts, man, of this stuff. If you want a lesson in how to do a comic, absolutely get you some Cerebus, and you don't have to pay a fortune for it. Good stuff.
Indeed, so.
And even if you look at the pretty pictures, it's still a lesson in design. Actually pretty good design. So what else we got? Titan Music, City Comics. This is my jam. I like obscure indie stuff. I just do. It's not always done the best, but some of the concepts and stories and things that that people come up with, you can be inspired by that stuff. Maybe you'll look at it and go, okay, that's a good you can absolutely often, Doc, in comics or a movie for that matter, a good concept will carry a bad story if you just have a good concept, and you don't necessarily have to answer the questions you're raising. It's just if you're giving someone something to ponder, to think about.
What's more
Sometimes
important, the concept or the characterization?
which is more important?
Yeah.
Well, characterization. Uh, well, see, you want me to you like to pin me down to empirical terms. I think sometimes, Doc, you think it's only black and white, a little gray in the middle. I don't know. It's
It's just a question, Rex.
I
It's not
know,
the
but you
Spanish
you ask
Inquisition.
me these philosophical questions, and you want an empirical definite to it. Like I
Rex,
said, I don't
Rex,
know everything,
Rex.
but you know, what I do know, I would certainly try and pass on. And how you interpret that is your own affair, sir. Yeah, look at that. Titan. A Titan.
I mean, an
Music set.
example would be if it was going to be just the concept, the nuts and bolts of the story preeminent. There's a lot of books that had no words, just shows you what's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then the opposite is true when you can just, and comic strips are good at this. There's just a slice of a moment in time of dialogue establishing how the characters interact with each other and who they are, and that's good too. That's all I was saying, Rex. Wasn't a trap.
I know it's not trap, but it's in my own mind. It's like, oh, I don't know if I don't want to give an incomplete answer, so I'll just redact, rather not go there. You- I did go to college, Doc, with the two philosophy majors. I majored in philosophy, so I
I'm
heard a
sorry.
lot of philosophy at a very young age,
I'm
and I
sorry.
heard a lot of BS at a
Yeah.
young age as well,
Yes.
my friend.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
Yes, you did.
and it carried over, didn't it?
I took
Leave me alone.
I took advanced philosophy in
Oh
lieu of
yeah,
one of the advanced maths that you have to take
to
at
be or
undergrad.
not to be.
At undergrad, you could get out of one of the advanced maths by taking advanced philosophy.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm like, well, hell yeah, I'll do that. All I got to do is regurgitate what these guys tell me versus sit there and try to add A plus B, which doesn't work for me. That just
Yeah.
spells ab.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've lived my life 58 years plus on this planet, Doc, without using algebra knowingly, and some of these other,
Right.
you know, trigonometry and geometry. And and my brother was ahead of me a couple of years. And so, and one of the hardest taskmasters in the high school was Mr. Miller, and I absolutely didn't want to go out. He was very militaristic in his, the way he would address. Oh, he was like a no BS type, Mr. Christian, and it's like he knew my brother, and I never wanted to take the man. I never wanted to grab my ankles. So I took basic math and got to work with the first computers, old Apple computers back in the day in our school. But uh, I was not going to take him. And, uh, I knew I wouldn't do good with that higher math. I was only like a C student in math, wasn't my strong forte. So,
you do kind of automatically use algebra. Like if you're on a road trip, you look at your gas tank, your speedometer, and the roadside. How far am I going? What's the speed I'm going?
right.
When will I need gas again? You're using algebra when you do that.
Yeah, I mean,
But they
but
don't.
now
But they
you,
don't teach it that way.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So I totally zoned out.
I got some great Alex Raymond Jungle Gym.
Let me
I
see
mean,
that cover.
Alex Raymond that did
Let's see that
Flash
cover,
Gordon.
Rex. Big and H yourself.
Okay.
Oh, that is nice.
How
Freaking
could you pass
nice.
these up for less than $1? I tell you.
That's very cool.
Here's some of the others. Okay. I suspect they took a panel and made it a cover, and just kind of blew it up.
Look at that. Look at that.
I think I still have a piece of production artwork out of Brazil. It's a Jungle Gym strip daily.
Right.
It could be a Sunday, I guess. Um, Jimmy, you still with us? You want to see something epic? Now you're going to have to chime in and say yes to see it. I will not show you a holy grail out of my collection
About
unless you
sat
say
in, chime in.
something.
Come on.
I'm gonna hold. And Jimmy's like, I don't have to do that. You do if you want to see a one of a kind thing here.
You want to see something really scary? Oh, hold that one back up, Rex.
Oh,
I mean, her face needs work, but otherwise that's a fantastic shot.
I
Hey,
get
Gabriel.
James Bond vibes off this.
I get Indiana Jones vibes.
Hopefully Jimmy's been watching the show. And all right, I won't hold you to it, Jimmy. That's fine. You're busy. He's probably working on a splash page or something. The hell, he might have went to get coffee, but got to show it, man.
Yep.
I mean, when you got something that's nice, you got to show it, Doc. For occasionally
You're
for the
the
fans.
Rex. You're the reason I don't have nice things.
Wow. I'll remember that next time I need a commission, Doc.
You're the reason we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
Does your Green Lantern light up?
Hey, Gable. Does my green? Oh no, it's a bank. It's a vinyl bank.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is the old style lantern, like whatever. I actually met Martin Odell back in, and his lovely wife in 86, 85 and 86, but his wife wasn't with him the first time. He was a short man. He was short. Here's another one on issue 6, Alex Raymond artwork.
That's good stuff.
I used to have a safari hat, Doc. I wish I had one now. It used to be my grandfather's. Kind of like one of those beekeeping hats,
Good old pith helmet.
Yeah.
My grandfather had a pith helmet that he wore for gardening for some reason. I don't know why, but he wore it to do his garden.
Yeah, I imagine that my grandfather, he was an electrician. So he probably probably wore it on the job. I don't know. I think he did. Probably keep the sun off. Here's another one.
Who's is Alex Raymond the artist or writer or
He's
both?
the writer. Wait a minute. Wow, I'm just totally stymied by that question. That somebody wouldn't know Alex Raymond, but anyway, I was there one time there myself. He was better known as the artist on Flash Gordon. Okay, but he absolutely did do some Jungle Gym.
Beautiful art. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my jam.
Okay. Well,
nice,
I mean,
art,
a lot of the artists that you were influenced and read as a kid and stuff were influenced by Alex Raymond. Absolutely. Because he was doing stuff back in the 30s, 40s that blew everybody's mind,
Yeah.
He was one of the better artists, Burt Hogarth doing Tarzan and
Gable, how are you doing this morning, sir? How deep
yes,
into your coffee are you? How deep into your coffee are you this morning, boys and girls?
Fizz Pop in the house. Morning to you, Fizz Pop.
Good morning, Fizz.
Yeah, Fanta has a character called Dark Angel, and this is a manga book. suppose you could use the name, but that's the only reason I picked it up, and it's not that bad a cover.
It's just impossible to make out your glare. It's,
It's impossible to make out what?
the glare is too much.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Well, yeah, I'm showing them. I need to show them outside the bag because I am rebagging these. Always rebag your stuff unless it's a brand new bag and it's not, But I
Cheers,
don't
Gabe.
like I don't like these self adhesives. Some people do. I don't.
Uh-uh.
It's a big thick book. Like it's thick.
Oh.
Move it. Oh, I can't move that anymore. Yeah, if you don't know, I hadn't mentioned it in a while. Peter Palmiotti, Jimmy's brother, is inking a wraparound cover for me, um,
Right.
or will be. I don't think he's started it yet, and I've told him there's no rush on it. Actually, I want to finish my version of it and show him what I did with it, and then he can, I don't know, he may be working on it now, but uh, I know he's doing his own project, retro. Mm,
Gabe says, Rex, how goes the campaign sketches?
oh, good. Well, like I said, I picked up the paper I'm going to do it on, mixed media, so that if I want to do a wash or keep it in black and white, or and I did do the Old Man Bog, which was done on that paper as well. Let's see, I guess that's an extra board. When you have the one and only Avengers color guide, or I mean separation, you don't need to slide around anywhere. Okay, so here it is. I'll be introducing these on the campaign. Uh, uh, that one I'm not going to show. That's going to be a surprise. But first concept drawing. So I'll be offering this up on the campaign. Old Man Bog. Uh, and I want to get back to doing my sequential work. The uh, of Geo. I want to get back to doing that. Uh, but I think you'll like this stuff I'm going to drop on the campaign, and we will also be doing a full variant cover as well. Uh, very limited, so kind of first come first serve. Uh, Let me take this green hornet out of here. Drawings look nice. Thank you, Fizz Pot. Fizz Pop. Yeah, we're gonna go epic, or we're gonna go home. Um, if you did not get Jimmy's The Hunters, oh man, you missed a good western. Uh, Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Wow, I met Bill Sienkiewicz in '85 and '86. Uh, Mike Zack, Steve Lytle. Only 1 year, and you know, the ones that I treasure are the ones that are not around anymore, like Rich Buckler, Stan Lee. Never got to meet Kirby, sadly. I really should have hunted him down, at a convention, but sadly, never did. Could have met Vincent Price. He actually came here in town. I know he's not an artist. Well, you know, but I didn't do it. I should have. Sometimes you just got to take the time to meet your heroes. So what do we got here? So yes, Gable. Even though I'm doing these comics here, this is part of the process. I had written something down like don't rush me while I'm trying to write my opus, my symphony. Stephen B. in the house. Hello. Rich Buckler is a favorite artist of mine of all time. My favorite artist of all time. Really? Okay. Um, don't think I got any Rich Buckler with this recent lot of comics that I purchased, but Yeah, I like Rich's stuff. Some of it more than others, but that's with just about every artist. I do like the obscure stuff, and I like that there's a lot of um, Tom Grummett. He started in doing obscure independent stuff in the '80s, as far as I know. Ron Lim. Ron Lim did a book called The Privateers. Um, so he started out. I knew a lot of artists from these independent comics long before. Um, Man, this is a thin little thing, thin little book. Uh, it might just been like a promo teaser book. It's a 0 issue. We're definitely going to do and it's a wrap. Well, yeah, it's a wraparound cover. How dope is that? Black and white interior. What year? Hero Graphics Incorporated. Some of these are extremely low print run. I know some Tim Vigil stuff, or um, the company that he was working for might only publish 300 of them. This is 1993 comic book. So so if you want, and some of the ash cans can be extremely rare as too. Um, Look at that, very colorful though cover, but I mean very thin, 0 issue. Uh, but cool. This is my jam. I like this. Oh, have you ever seen Legends of Empire's Edge? No. There might have been 200, 100. I mean, printed. I mean, my ash can I only printed 100 of. Even like I say, even if you have a 50,000 print run, that's nothing. That's nothing. Where'd you go, Doc? Look at that. Look at this one, Doc.
It's beautiful.
For less than $1? Hell yeah.
Who's that? Okay.
So I guess the artist passed away, and they did a memorial issue with their art, their lovely art. I get Wizard of Oz vibes off this. I'm unfamiliar with her, but maybe I'll find out who she is by looking at this, reading this comic. Nice big thick comic. The Cooper Union published this. The Cooper Union. I like finding the rare and obscure. So if I said Skyhopper, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But I have Skyhopper #1.
If you collect, Rex.
Yeah.
If you're a collector.
Yeah.
What is the end goal of being a collector?
Oh, to expand one's consciousness, to inspire, No. That's my jam. Oh, look, another text page. A splash page. No artwork. Reading. Remember when people read?
So, when do you stop collecting?
Oh, look at this. Like, what is this? Jargonaut? What if Professor X had become the Jargonaut?
Jargonaut?
Well, whatever. See, you get hung up on pronunciation.
Well, jargon is a word that means something, Rex.
What? Okay, but run with me here. This is not what I expected. Did they print the wrong guts in the book, or did she actually work on this? I don't know. This is blowing my mind. I wasn't expecting in this very independent comic. Here's John Romita Sr.
You opened up a book that had a lot of text in it.
Yeah. And it's got a letter from John Romita Sr. in here.
And then you used the phrase jargon. So I thought someone was being clever and creating a new character.
Juggernaut. How's that? Juggernaut.
Jugger.
See, like that's the problem with you, Doc. You major on these small things that don't really mean anything. I know words have meaning, but get the concept. It's the concept that's important.
So, Rex, there's nothing I enjoy more than someone saying, "Hey, Doc, Your problem is blah, blah, blah. I didn't know it was a problem to be exact in my language, sir.
Well, if you meet, okay, I just can't talk to you.
Jeez. You started it.
Yeah. There's only so far I'm willing to go with you.
I just thought
This
it
is
was a new,
absolutely a mind blower. Okay, November 1st,
that it was a different
1963,
character.
and they died September 13th,
Since it had a different name.
1992. Wow. This is blowing my mind. It's got Marvel
Hello, Tree Goblin.
Monster Island. I mean, it's
Oi, oi.
maybe
The Tree Goblin's in the house, Rex. Say hello.
I'll definitely have to read this. This is awesome. Hey, Tree Goblin.
My problem is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. What? What's your problem besides me, Doc?
I major in the minor things.
I know, to the exclusion of the greater picture. Hello.
Rex, can you for a moment, instead of being adversarial, hear what I'm actually listen to what I said?
Okay,
if you open a comic book and it's just filled with prose, with text.
Yes.
And then you say Jargonaut. I thought it was an entirely different character because of all the wording. And so when I ask for clarification, you get all defensive.
I murder the English language. You know this, Doc, but it's the concept that's important to me.
Hear what I just said?
I
wasn't
just heard what
in
you
the
said. Yes. There's only so much
majoring
time
in the
this
minors.
universe.
I was seeking clarification.
Okay. It's a Marvel character.
Jargonaut. Because now someone needs to make Jargonaut.
Okay, you do that. You do you, boo. You know, you want to do a Popeye? Go do Popeye. I want to see it.
Jargonaut is he's from Arkansas, and he just absolutely will run over your language with his local jargon.
Immortalize me, Doc, in your book. Absolutely. Hell yeah. I say I live rent free in your head, but I really don't.
No, you don't.
He said, "No, you don't."
No, you don't.
But I do live rent free in some people's heads.
42, Rex. 42.
Okay. All right. So you don't mind if you throw something out there and they don't understand what you're saying. You just get your jollies off on, I said something they just didn't understand.
42.
And as long as it entertained Doc,
is the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Okay. Is that Douglas Adams?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Now we're getting it. May take me a minute. All right. I'll go get my towel and I'll be right back.
That's right.
The universe, when you start quoting Douglas Adams, the universe must be coming to an end.
Don't panic.
Yeah, don't panic. Doc is here.
Just grab your towel.
Yeah. Absolutely. You should remain calm in all circumstances, although that is easier said than done for sure. Yeah.
It becomes a thing. Like when I was riding the ambulances, you have to kind of deliberately tell yourself to be calm, even when you're working on some horrific shit. You know?
Well, that's the thing about it, Doc. I don't have to tell my brain to do that. I've always been in dangerous situations. Maybe it's ignorance, but I do not. Fear is not. Now, when I stepped on a water moccasin coiled up and I leapt back like Carl Lewis about 10 feet, I absolutely was snakes in the tree everywhere. I mean, I was in panic mode. That thing, stepped right on him. And yeah. And when I say water moccasin, I mean cottonmouth. You know, they're called both things.
My point was, though, that, panicked thinking is the enemy of what you're trying to do in an emergency
Absolutely.
situation.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
So Douglas Adams was a profound philosopher.
Yes, he was. Yep.
Don't panic.
Yep. He wrote several episodes of Doctor Who. I don't know if you knew that, Doc.
I did not know that,
Yep.
largely because I don't care.
He was working on Doctor Who during some of the part. Um, uh, while he was writing Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
He has one of my favorite quotes. He said, I enjoy deadlines. I like the whooshing sound they make when they fly by.
Yeah, that sounds like Douglas. Yeah.
And his line in the book, the secret to learning how to fly is to throw yourself at the ground and miss.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, he had a variant way of thinking, Doc. That's I'm glad you actually brought up Douglas Adams, because that's kind of the way my mind works, dude. I it's out of the box thinking. If you're gonna be great in this world, if you're gonna be epic, if you're gonna carpe domine, see somebody by the werevos every day of your life and say, I'm gonna go out and do it. I'm gonna be Caesar, I'm gonna be Nero, or what. I know those aren't great examples, but you know what I mean. Conquering king that I should be, and I'm gonna not necessarily step on people, but step over people and advance in this life, hopefully. And maybe you don't have that life attitude, but me, it's like, take no prisoners, take no prisoners.
I tend to think
You
more
know,
like,
yeah,
in my approach to creativity, that it's a very individual and personal thing.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I just try to challenge myself every day to be the best that I can be.
Okay, you do you,
Oh,
boo.
Fizz Pop says I got to attend a lecture Douglas Adams gave. I think it was
Oh,
in
awesome.
fifth grade. Wish I could remember more about it now. I
Yeah.
hear you, man. That's awesome.
2 words, Fizz Pop. Hypnotherapy. I have some old TV shows I watched that were wiped. I would love to bring that back to my memory of the surface. I remember the stuff, but hypnotherapy, bringing those memories. Is that a possibility in your universe, Doc, that you could absolutely remember uh, repressed memories? Hey, Stephen.
Hey,
Hello, Stephen B. Repressed memories are certainly real, and there are certain ways that we dealt with that in counseling.
Yeah,
Um, Hypnosis, as most people understand it, is not one of them.
right.
But guided meditation with some,
Regression, I guess. No. Yeah. Is that Freudian BS? Is that what it is?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Freud,
we'll go with that.
Freud was just a witch doctor. Stephen B, what's up, buddy?
well, I'm old.
What did he say?
Did you say mold?
No, I'm
It
old.
did sound like
You
mold.
said I'm old. You're not old.
I'm old.
You are not old.
You're not old.
Well, yesterday was my birthday, so
Well, happy birthday, Stephen. I'm sorry I missed it.
Yesterday was?
yeah.
Oh,
Happy
wow.
birthday. Happy birthday,
Happy
brother.
belated birthday. Oh, this is just a comic done with
Stephen B, one of my favorite people, and I missed your birthday.
photos.
This is my age right now, and I'm going to put it in the private chat.
Okay. Okay. All right. Still a young man. Still a young man.
Oh, yeah. He's very young. Still a lot of living to do, hopefully.
Sir Davos, the Onion Knight in Game of Thrones, listening to two younger people make their plans contrary to his advice, he said, "Don't mind me. All I've ever managed to do is live to a ripe old age."
There you go. Loads of Douglas Adams speeches on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to check some of them out too.
Yeah, I do too now. Thanks for sharing that. I'm not really pursued that, but
The
absolutely
rain is
could.
just pouring down out here.
It was kind of cold here, Doc, early in the morning. Are you working on Rev today, Stephen?
No, I got a couple pages to go on last is Bad Moon. I'm almost done. This is just one of the pages.
This is Bad Moon.
Yep.
Bad Moon? I'm unfamiliar with Bad Moon.
Billy Power Max's book that Stephen B is illustrating for him.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Yeah, I think I saw Billy Power Max first over on Apex's channel, maybe.
Yep. You are right, Tree Goblin. He was as well known for being late as he was for his writing. Hence that great quote that he had that said, I enjoy deadlines. I like the whooshing sound they make when they fly by.
When did you discover Douglas Adams, Doc? Was it when the book came out in the early 80s?
Yeah, I read the book in high school. I was reading him at the same time I was reading David Eddings.
Okay. That means nothing to me, but, you know.
The
Went to
Belgariad,
the power shop.
the Belgariad, the Malorian.
Well, you're an accomplished guy, Doc. I'm sure you're more. I just stuck to comics.
I'm an avid reader, Rex. Avid.
I'm an avid reader too. I mean, I've read a few things beyond comics, but yeah, I never got into names. I mean, I never was impressed with Stephen King as a writer. I never read any of his stuff, but just his, you know, I don't know.
Did you hear what you just said, Rex?
Huh? What?
Did you hear what you just said?
I know what I said, and I will continue to say it.
I'm not impressed with him as a writer, even though I've never read his writing.
Yeah. I mean, just as you can tell a lot by subject matter, Doc. Just saying.
The only Stephen King book that I really enjoyed was his book about the guy that goes back in time to stop the Kennedy assassination.
Right.
Really well done. Really well done.
I just think that he is a writer for the masses, and what is popular usually in the day is not the stuff that stands the test of time. It's sometimes the obscure stuff that you never heard of. That's kind of what I seek out, Doc. You know, not that, you know, popular stuff, you know.
I loved Arthur Conan Doyle, the Sherlock Holmes stuff, all of it. Loved it.
Yeah.
Tolkien, just simply a mutant, a high-powered mutant of a type never intended for mass production.
Right.
One of a kind. Tom Clancy, one of the greatest writers that ever lived. I liked Piers Anthony, David Eddings. I liked Stephen Douglas.
We will be having on, here's a little announcement since I came across this Malibu ad. We will be having on Mr. Man Tuesday, who was an editor for Silverline Comics and Malibu and Marvel, I believe. He will be on.
Good. He's a good guy too.
I was on with him Thursday over on Luke's channel.
Yeah.
And his parents don't live that far away from me, Doc.
Right on.
And that's saying a lot because I'm in Nowheresville, Arkansas. Well, where's that located in Arkansas? The state borders all the way around. Most people don't acknowledge, like Doc, our existence. And even, that we are even in the South.
I have publicly given my acceptance of Arkansas as a southern state, Rex. So
And
you can get
yes,
off that
I will
horse.
concede that point, but I will keep that has forever marred my psyche, Doc.
All right. Well, in that case, you're out again. You're not southern. You're Midwestern. Out, out, out with your whole state.
AbstractStudioComics.com. Okay. Black sensitive cover on the back. Don't want to touch that.
What does that mean, Rex? I've heard you say that before. I don't know what that term means.
Okay. The black ink is easily shows any, fingerprints.
Yeah.
You don't that ink never fully dries, Doc, and you don't want to touch it. It shows up every you can even see in the light there where someone has touched it. See?
Right.
And that's why I don't want to touch your book, Doc, not without gloves on, because it's got a black back cover. And white shows up dirt and things too,
So black sensitive cover just means it's easy to mar it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I call that. Yeah. And then, but this is Terry Moore's Echo number 8. I just bought it because of the cover. I thought it was great cover.
Yeah, our friend Jim O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Is working with the writer of Echo on a book.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Jim O'Reilly's someone you need to have on your show at some point, but you actually have to interview him, Rex. You can't just, show him stuff.
Doc, really? I do interviews. What the hell?
Jim O'Reilly is he's one of those guys that he's top drawer as an artist. Just one of those,
Yeah. Well, I like his stuff. And he sculpts too. I think there should be, I sculpt, but I haven't sculpted anything in a while. I paint, but I haven't painted in a while. I kind of took a hard left into comics of late. So,
I got to go paint later with my student. The way this works in painting, Rex, in the old system is there's apprentice. It's where you're a student and you're learning. Right. Then you're a journeyman. And once you reach journeyman, you're supposed to be doing your own paintings, going out and using what you've learned. And when you feel like you're ready, then you go for your master. That's what masterpiece means. You've got to complete your masterpiece. She's a journeyman and she's getting ready to start her masterpiece for review.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, look at there. There's Pariah.
Mm-hmm.
How you like that book there, Stephen B?
I can't wait for the next one.
And he didn't buy like myself, he didn't buy the Luke Stone or the Jim O'Reilly cover. He bought your cover.
Which I appreciate. But, all the money's green. I don't care which one you got.
Right. Well, Justin, who helped put up my campaign, he says I always buy the original artist cover.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because it's your vision,
So anyway, the going over to help her with a painting today. That is her last journeyman painting, which she's giving to me. I don't have any of her paintings, so this one's for me. And then after this, she's going to start her masterpiece.
Rare book indeed here. Is it Milk Comics? Radical Rat and Raid the Roach.
Alrighty then.
Electric Milk Comics. Electric.
You know.
Huh?
You know.
Yeah. I don't know. There's the collector side of me, and there's the beast waiting to come out, Doc, where I just take a book and I just rag it like I did as a kid. Well, I never quite did that, but I mean, I never really like took the cover and wrapped it around. Maybe on some magazines that I didn't value, for easier readability. But I mean, I really was not one of those that just sought out to destroy what I picked up to read, more prone to do that with magazines. But I would like to be released from this. Oh, I must take care of it. I must polish the gem, you know, and just keep it in the rough, just grab it and here's Pariah Blood and Mud. It's got a black cover, and just, but I just can't quite do that, Doc. Let me, pardon me, sir. Do you have some Grey Poupon? Put my Usher, cotton gloves on and gently read that tome of goodness and keep it in near mint condition. But there's,
Right.
unless you want to give me a comic copy, and then I'll just absolutely rag that thing out, and read it and keep the other one in mint condition. Yes, Stephen.
Is Devil Flyer still out?
Steve, yeah, the Devil Flyer is still up. I think we're on our 7th day, 6th day. We're still in the 6 days. So, yep, still up.
Right.
They're on Fund My Comic.
So, Rex, was that your way of saying I've got to send you another copy of Pariah before you actually read the one you bought?
Well, no, that wasn't, but you did elicit that you would do that, if that's what it took me to read it. And even then I wouldn't want to rag out so just keep your, yeah, I'll get to it, Doc. It's right here. I'll get to it.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
But now the black cover was a deterrent for me.
At some point, I need to back that thing.
Oh well, thank you, Stephen. I want to get your books here too. I was talking about that last night to somebody. I definitely want to get your Crips and Legends, Volume 1 and Volume 2, and definitely want to check that out. I mean, Shadowhawk praises it to high heaven. He likes your writing, your story, your art. And Rev's looking awesome, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, after last days of after my part of last days Bad Moon, all the drawing and inking is done. Then it'll go. Then it'll go over to Carol for color.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, tell me about this Bad Moon. This is the first I'm hearing about it.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can explain it as well as Billy can. But I'll give it a try.
Okay.
So Bad Moon is a character who
I didn't even say anything about you. I didn't even bring up the fact that like you're sex trafficking your kids. That's kind of
Doc.
weird.
We're picking that up. I assume that's you.
Somebody sent me this clip, and I'm like, oh my God, that's horrible.
Well, that's Rozzy. I recognize his voice. Yeah.
That was fucked up. Forgive my language.
Doc, a man I would not describe as a master of understatement. Okay, Stephen. Sorry about that.
So, Bad Moon, he's he he's a character who's kind of split between realities,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much every reality he's
See that again, Rex? Show me the front cover again, please.
Look at those legs.
Who is this? Whose art?
Check. Go ahead, Stephen.
So Bad Moon, he's kind of split between realities, and in pretty much every reality, he's fighting against SJWs and woke.
Okay. Sounds intriguing.
It
Dave
is.
Taylor. Dave Taylor artwork.
Hmm.
Apparently.
I can't wait to get this book done and to help and get it enrolled.
How big a book is it going to be, Stephen?
32 pages.
32 pages. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how far along on it are you?
I got, after this, 2 pages to go.
Wow. How long have you been working on this?
For actually since last year. It was I started in, I think, October, because I was trying to do 2 books at the same time,
Yeah.
and while while they're both making progress, both were making a bit of slow progress. So I pretty much got to the point where I thought, screw it. I'm just gonna focus on one project
Yeah.
and get it done.
Get it out. Yeah. And plus it's helping pay the bills too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put Bad Moon on next, and put no, not Bad Moon, Rev on next, and I put Bad Moon on first.
Yep. It's called
Awesome.
doing business, boys.
I hear that rooster now, Doc.
Yeah, he's out there bitching about the weather.
And after Rev's done, then I'll go back to working on.
You sure it's not a parrot? Yeah, I mean, you got quite a bit done on Rev, don't you, already?
I think I'm on 42, or no, actually, no, 48.
And how many pages do you know is that going to be?
That's, I'm thinking it's going to end up being like 68 pages or something like that.
How many?
68.
Right on.
Okay. Yeah, you're not far off the mark. You finish this commission and then yeah.
Take a look real quick to see. Because thankfully I number the pages.
Sugar Daddy, Charleston Chew. Sugar babies. What did I say? Sugar Daddy? Yeah, there was a Sugar Daddy, wasn't there?
Yeah. So yeah, it is going to be 68 pages for Rev.
Right on.
Which I didn't intend for that to happen, but I wanted to go I wanted to get to a certain point into the story. So
What? Well, you know, like with the Devil Flyer story, I said I added 2-page double spread. I just thought artistically it needed it, and I needed to allude to his origin. and I thought it could be added in without disrupting things. And there was a couple of pages added by the artist at the end, which I think is a more satisfactory ending. Your book can be whatever you want it to be. You just have to have the imagination and the ability to translate it. You know,
Yeah.
and often if something's not successful, it's because they don't have a clear vision of what they want and convey that. Am I wrong?
No, yeah.
Where there is no vision, the people fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Rev, it's mainly on his origin, on how he got his powers, how he
Well, a lot of writers go straight to the origin, you
yeah.
know, and sometimes that fits the story, and sometimes it doesn't. I think, and some origins should never really be told. Like Wolverine, I don't think they should have ever told his origin. It took the mystery out of the character.
Yeah.
It nailed it down to a certain thing. That's what I was kind of telling you earlier, Doc, with, you know, and I believe me, back in the day, I was empirical thinker, you know, apparently because my philosopher friend was like, throwing it, throwing me under the bus a lot of times with this. You know, I was a young guy. What do I know?
There are some stuff that I wanted to put into a Rev, but it was just gonna end up making the story that much longer, and
Right.
so I decided to split certain parts into like ash cans.
Doc, a Man Thing cover that you might not have seen. I think this is Michael Golden cover.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like how he's kind of overshadowing and encompassing the other character.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now, you look at it, it's dog-eared here on the top. I have to straighten out every freaking, you know, but I mean, some good Man Thing art. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know, I don't care for less than $1. Hell, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Mayhem is the Man Thing. But that one's definitely going to. But I had an Avengers #2, and I had to take to get it in the bag and to get everything lay flat. It took me an hour of like manipulating, going in there and getting the little chips that were still there, whatever the little side, you know, the tears to lay down. That's why I sold it, because it was not in the condition that I wanted it in. You know, I said I'll get an Avengers #1 later that's in better shape than this one, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of flipped it, you know, quickly flipped that copy. But I owned one. I can say I owned one at one time. And that makes me very happy. I bought this one for the cover. I just think that's a great cover. Death Blow.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Well, no need to threaten me. Just go away and come back. You live in Georgia, right, Doc?
I'm not even going to answer that, Rex.
Okay, you know I'm setting you up. I brought a smile to your face. You look like you need a bucket of chicken and sell it to me. I'll start calling you the Colonel.
Rex.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Why? Why the ad hominems? What did I do?
Yeah. Can't we just all get along?
Apparently not.
Yeah. Maybe the drug use is catching up. Oh, me.
Rex.
Ooh, I like this ghost image on that. That's cool. So many things I want to do in comics. So little time. If you haven't went over and back Devil Flyer, maybe you should consider doing it. I think this is a good segue. Just take just a moment and watch the trailer that Doc put so much sweat, blood, sweat, and tears in. Campaign update. Might as well take a look at it and just see what we're doing over there. We were funded in 4 days, very quickly. And now it's like, yeah, maybe I got, 1 or 2 backers after that. $2,036, 31 backers, 102%. I don't know if this is possible, but I think I'm going to talk to Justin about upping my funding goal and get me unfunded. You think that would work, Doc?
Say it again.
And force people to buy more of my products so that, if it's unfunded, they're like, oh no, we're not going to get our Devil Flyer. I must back this again. Is that called double dipping? You don't think that would work?
I don't even know this guy. I don't even know this guy.
Yeah. In my mind, this should be $100,000 campaign. But anyway, maybe, maybe not. Okay. I get it. I'll settle for, say 30,000. So, help us to get us to the 30,000 mark. Let's start with first getting the first 10. How about that? Shoot, at this point, I'll take the 5,000. We've got some epic things coming. I know we'll get a boost when Jimmy Reyes drops his wraparound cover. And every Wednesday, we'll have an art drop, all kinds of stuff. Probably this Wednesday, I'm going to try and add the very limited chromium, or not chromium, but full cover, which is drawn by John Dillard. Too many versions, too many. This quickly becoming a Kickstarter with many cover. But I mean, when you've got an awesome cover done by John Dillard, you want to get the most out of it, exploit it, maybe limit it to 25 copies. I don't know. I want a little bit more than that because I'd like to have a copy of it, at least,
Just reserve one for yourself.
Okay, I'll just say 24 copies available then and print 25. Oh, what did he drop in the private chat? Oh, maybe talking about his age? What he turned?
Yes.
Wow. That's a benchmark. Awesome. I never thought I'd make it to that age at certain points in my life, Doc.
I'm here to tell you.
So at this point, I'm exceeding my expectations.
I'm back.
Welcome back, old man.
Yeah, old man Stephen B. I will be dropping Old Man Bog Wednesday, and you will have a chance to own this original piece of artwork and another character of mine that will absolutely be in the magazine. And he is going to be one of the most hilarious, funny characters you have ever seen in your life. And you will get a chance to get the first artwork on both those characters done by me, signed by me, dated by me, in my hands, and that will be mailed out to you immediately upon you buying it. As long as I get my payout. It's like, yeah, and I'm waiting on this payout money. Gotta have money to ship with.
Yep.
Comics geeks say that now Neil Hansen on the cover. Okay. I should totally hire Jimmy Palmiotti if he's available, shouldn't I? Jimmy Palmiotti cover. Ooh. You know, if you're an artist, you want to do a lot of covers, I guess. Because, I mean, covers are what you see first, right? That's what draws people in. A good cover draw them in, but a good story and a good splash page can keep them. Flash Gordon. I added some Flash Gordon to my life, and why not? It's his 90th anniversary this year. Buster Crabbe will always be my Flash Gordon. Although the 80s movie wasn't bad either. And they totally should not, they totally should take that movie in another direction and not try and redo that movie. I will be very sus from the very beginning of them remaking the Flash Gordon movie. Very sus indeed. It's Alex Ross's favorite movie. Rock opera, he calls it. Rock opera. Absolutely one of the best soundtracks, you know, Queen. I mean, I would not be impressed with that movie at all if it didn't have if I did not have the Queen soundtrack to go with it. That one. Queen, Flash, muscled up Flash, steroid era Flash. Maybe Ethan will do us a favor and EFAP us again. Nomad number 21. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Wasn't in that great of shape, but it's a great looking cover. And okay. So you're saying that Neil Hansen on the cover? Okay, all right. I didn't look it up. He's really got he looked a little different than even Man Thing, but it's hard to tell with Man Thing. But his face totally looks Michael Godin, Nomad's face on that cover. I wasn't sure though, but that was my best guess. I know that Michael Godin has done some Man Thing. He likes He's like Art Adams. He's likes to do those creatures, monsters things. At least that's been my experience with the man. This is Tape-ageddon. You were here when I coined that phrase, Doc. Tape-ageddon. Yeah, it's got unnecessary amount of tape on it. Oh. First Comics Whisper. I probably already have this, number 7. But for less than $1, pick it up. And if you like collecting comics and you want to be the master collector, hey, kids, if you want some good tape to tape your comic books in a board and bag with, use 3M Magic Tape from Scotch. Except no substitute. It's the best out there, little kids. Absolutely. Best part of the Flash Gordon movie, all the camel toe. Crooked Painter. Wow. I only know him from Badger. Okay. I didn't see any Badgers in the, of course, Mike, I don't know if they had different writers. I think Badger, definitely, why am I drawing a blank? Anyway. It'll come to me. Mike Barron. I don't know why I couldn't think of Mike's name.
I was going to just leave you dangling there.
That's fine. Leave me dangling like a camel toe. I get it. Ming's daughter was my first crush. Well, you could have done worse, Cricket Painter.
What's up, Cricket?
She kind of had an Asian look to her, didn't she? Did you ever watch Flash Gordon, Doc?
Yeah.
Do you even know what century you're in? I'm just wondering. Inquiring minds want to know.
I don't even know what you're saying right now.
Exactly. And you buffet me on my English. Wow.
You're not speaking anything that anyone would accuse of being English right now. I'm just saying.
In red spandex. Yeah, well.
See?
Ooh, a Devil Flyer version, female in red spandex. What do you think, Crooked Painter? Right next to you in the drawn in tier. Crooked Painter is the only one that is smart enough and knows the epic feel that this book is going to have when it comes out, and that it's going to crush it, and everybody's going to go, why did I not back Devil Flyer when it came out originally and get a first printing? They are going to, you will be able to hear the lamenting of their women and the men of the women that, anyway, it goes both ways. You're going to hear some lamenting and gnashing of teeth at that point, with a camel toe up to her neck. Wow. I don't know. I'll have to get maybe I can get Doc to draw that. I don't know.
I'm not doing any such thing, sir.
Okay. All right, then. You have your answer. Very quick and very firm. From the halls of Mount Zuma to the shores of Camel Toe. There you have it. If I'm going to murder the English language, I might as well murder it all the way, Doc.
English is already a dying language. Don't be a contributor to it.
That is true. I think right at this point, we should all be learning Spanish.
Well, no, it's not that it's being killed by another language. It's being killed by people that are supposed to speak it, but don't.
Right. Well, Spanish is probably the most spoken language in the world, isn't it? Even over Chinese?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, wow. A marijuana ad in this book. Marvel book.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah. Marijuana harmless? Question mark. Spent night in jail. There's a joint. Big blunt here. Heard my hair grow. Made a hat out of ground beef. Tried to email Uranus with the roach clip and everything. Marvel Comics. Harmless? And on that one, Doc bowed out. I see how that is. He likes to leave me a dangling over the pit.
Last time
Or over,
yeah,
you
last
think
time I've
Chinese,
seen
English, and then Spanish? Really? Huh.
the last hat I've seen in comics was seeing the Flash more a Snickers bar.
The Flash what?
The Flash was eating a Snickers bar.
A sex bar. Okay.
Snickers.
Oh, what was it?
Snickers.
Knickers. Oh, okay.
Snickers.
S-
Here.
Okay.
Where is it? I heard it.
Scandalous, of course. I'm tired, Stephen. So I may not hear correctly.
I'll put it in the chat.
Oh, okay. That would be most helpful. Text, folks. Notes and sources. Text. Reading. Riff. Remember Riff?
I don't think I've seen that.
Reading is fun. Snickers. Okay, I just didn't think you were calling it a candy bar. Yeah, English is the language of commerce. Yeah, they're not going to let that go easy, Cricket Painter. I think English is here to stay for a little longer. But I could be wrong. In the world, you see a lot of crazy things. I will absolutely be recycling this old plastic. A person should recycle, don't you think, Stephen B? We shouldn't burn up our resources so willy-nilly.
Recycle. If it can be remade, reused.
Reuse, yes. I have some comics that are made from reused recycled paper. And they call that a new book. Wow, Doc really did black out. He must have, needed some more coffee. Yeah, I'm just not that hot on these adhesive bags that have the adhesive. Nope. I learned my lesson with my Batman #7. Oh my God. What a horror story. Whew. Yep. Don't, take the tape off. You got expensive books. Don't put tape on your expensive books like Batman #7. Don't do it. There you go. There's you some blue painter's tape. Gene Roddenberry's Lost Universe. Techno Comics. I have a Techno Comic ring. That has a secret compartment in it, I think, if I'm remembering right. Pretty neat. Got it off eBay. When I do get some Devil Flyer copies in my hand, I will totally be putting some stuff up on eBay. Hell yeah. Trying to reach that crowd. I think I'll actually do pretty good over on eBay, Steven.
Oh yeah.
But crowdfunding, it's like, what? You want me to pay $25 for a comic? What? I get it. Maybe I'll get more pages and say omnibus, and then they'll go, oh, okay, well, that's pretty cheap for an omnibus. You got to trick them, right? Free inside, Bill Sienkiewicz blueprint of the Starship Deliverance. Ooh. Oh my gosh, with stick out cards. Check this out. Bill Sienkiewicz. Yes. Cool. And the cards printed in there. Still intact.
Nice.
Cool. Who says Bill's not talented? Who? You in the back of the room? Cut that out. Don't think I had this one. Glad to add to my collection. And I like when it says on the cover, first appearance of a character. Cool. Rookie card. Maybe that'll be worth something in a few, centuries. Steven, you might like this one. I don't know if you like this type of stuff or not, but let me get it out of here so that it's out of the bag so it doesn't glare. They put this one in an oversized bag with an oversized backing board for some reason. But ours is not the reason why. Ours is just to take advantage of the comic book shop owner and give him all our money. And, I failed to see how that's taking advantage, but it's a good story after all. Anyway, here we go. Oh, that's a cool back cover. Like that.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it's manga style, bi-weekly for mature readers. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think so much for the tatas or something, but just for the graphic violence, maybe.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool if you bought like a $1 comic? And I think they should do that every now and then. That you might sell more $1 comics that way if you put $100 bill sandwiched into one and told people, here's a $1 box with $100 or 50 or something. If you get the right book, and put it maybe in the worst condition book in there. Got to play these fools. I'm feeling snarky today, Doc. You bring out the best of me. I love you.
I've done nothing.
Stop
Nothing.
it.
Nothing.
Stop it. You don't have to do anything. You just have
you're
to
minding
show
my
up.
own business,
I
being a
know.
lovely
It's the
guest.
aura. It's the pheromones. It's something in the air. I don't know. Maybe it's just that we're so close to spring, Doc.
Oh, I can't wait for spring.
Huh? I'm ready for spring. Are you not ready for spring? I'm ready for spring.
Yes, God, I'm ready for spring on the last day of autumn.
Yeah, skip winter altogether. I got it. Yeah.
It's a big gray bucket of suck.
Wow, tell us how you really feel, Doc.
Hate it. I need to live where Stephen B lives, where winter's not really a thing.
Michael Turner cover. Oh, and you open it up in the Claw, one of my favorite villains of all time for Fantastic Four. Just because of his look, this is such a Kirby character. Look at that.
Yeah.
Great, man. Awesome. Master of sound. Gotta love it.
Hey, I gotta get going. I gotta get ready for work.
No!
Have a good day at work, my friend.
Have a good day, Stephen.
Thank you.
Work hard and bring back that bacon.
All right.
Take care.
Have a good day.
Peace, buddy.
Peace.
Peace and harmony and goodwill to man. Yeah. Yeah. You're just my grumpy old. You're just so grumpy. But I did get a good look at that Kiss shirt as you were stretching. I usually just see the logo, but yeah, there's all the band members. Cool. Is that all the original band members? Okay. Peter, Chris, and
Yeah.
all. All right.
I respect.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Darkness.
I respect the fact that they do not merchandise Eric Carr after he passed, unless it's the Creatures of the Night album cover where he's on there. You know, they don't exploit him after his passing.
Can you believe it's Sunday? It doesn't even seem like Sunday to me, my friend.
It does to me.
It does to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. There is that.
Well, I mean, just because certain things only happen on Sunday around my house. And those
Right. I've already heard the church bells going off.
Yeah. Well,
I know there's some Darkness fans out there.
never heard of it.
Really? Oh my God. That's like Elsie saying, I've never watched Star Wars. I'm like,
No, come on, Rex.
What?
That's a false equivalency, sir.
Shoot. I mean, I could go down that road again, but it's just like certain things blow my mind. Welcome.
Surely you aren't drawing an equivalence between some obscure comic book and Star Wars.
No, it's not obscure, Doc. It's actually, but
in the grand
look at
scheme,
look at that.
In the grand scheme of the history of comic books, yes, it's obscure.
All right. Look at that, man. Michael Turner's Witchblade. Whoa. Wow, yeah.
Rex, is that a man thing or a swamp thing back there on the shelf above your Green Lantern?
Mark Silvestri, Michael Turner.
Just get ignored. Ask Rex a question, he'll guarantee.
Where?
On the shelf above your Green Lantern.
That is a man thing. Build-A-Figure.
All right, cool.
This is a swamp thing in the box. But I got Batman in.
I would like to see the man thing very much.
I'll beat a path to it later, and I'll show it to you.
Sure.
I got two of those, but I got ripped off of an arm and a leg and never received it in the mail, so it's incomplete. I'm going to have to rectify that. As soon as I do.
Timothy Olsen in the chat making his first irrelevant non sequitur of the day. Welcome, Timothy Olsen.
Oh, no, I'm sure this isn't his first appearance.
It's just
in a chat.
It's Timothy and I were talking in the DMs, and I apologize, Rex, for that horrible.
Oh, well, now Crooked Painter. I can drop you the link to it, but the bidding on that has ended. In fact, I have it pulled up right here. It went for $202.50.
So, as I was saying,
okay,
Timothy and I were talking backstage, and I apologize that the thing that blurted out on your channel got blurted out. He sent me the link to something horrible that someone was saying about someone I respect. And
you mean the Risey clip?
Yeah.
I really didn't pay that much attention to what was said, but
just a horrible thing. Lines were crossed.
Well, if it got us taken down, I might be, but I don't. I have selective hearing, Doc.
I'm aware.
I believe. How dare you? Man, this is Tape-A-Geddon again. That's why you have the little scissors that fit really and don't take up a lot of room, and you just go to your happy place and start cutting things out. Get into them so that life's not so difficult and hard all the time. Trevor Von Eden. Artwork. Thriller. Come on. Gotta love it. Trevor who? Von Eden. With a name like that. Trying to think what Trevor drew. Trevor Von Eden drew Black Lightning back in the mid-70s, Doc. Saturday morning. Remember cartoons like the Hulk and Mr. T and the Alvin and the Chipmunks and Thundar the Barbarian?
Now, Thundar the Barbarian was our time, Rex. The rest of that stuff was a little bit after our time.
Well, I mean, Thunder the Barbarian was like high school years for us.
No, it was in the 70s.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Okay, Google it. I want to know.
Oh, I don't need to.
Jack Kirby did the character designs on that.
Yes, he did.
I mean, look at the layouts of the page here.
All right, so are you telling me that in high school you were still watching Saturday morning cartoons?
Absolutely, Doc. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
I'm reading comic books.
I was chasing tail.
I was virgin till I didn't get laid till after I graduated high school. Sorry, Doc.
I was chasing tail.
Now, some started very early in like 6th grade, but not me. I won't say I was a late bloomer, but didn't get into the bloomers till much later. Because I was a nice guy, Doc.
No, Timothy, you can, in fact,
dog.
not be geeking out on comic books and cartoons and chasing tail successfully.
I refuse to draw Vic King. I will not do that as a character, Gable. There, I said it.
Rex has been in the medicinal brandy this morning, confirmed.
Yeah, no, I'm sober. Todd McFarlane front and back cover. Nobody wants to see that.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, Timothy, you are always, of course, free to disagree. You're also equally free to be wrong.
And stew in your wrongness, right, Doc?
Sit there in your wrongness and be wrong.
Yeah. Now, I have not tweeted out like I did yesterday, Doc. You know that I called my backers motherfuckers.
Yeah, that was kind of ugly.
It was ugly. Not my backers, but my potential backers.
I'm thinking, Rex, that
reverse psychology, Doc.
Thinking that was not a successful ploy.
Okay. All right. Put people off on my book. Okay.
That
just makes it more limited for those that are in the know, Doc.
I mean, Timothy, I'm sure that in your world you believe you were successfully chasing tail while simultaneously eating your Fruit Loops on Saturday morning in your tidy whities watching cartoons. I assure you, sir, that's a self-delusion.
You were not.
That's a self-delusion.
Yeah. What was it Rush said? Something and integrity. I can't remember. I know prog rock. I hear it's greater than, Kiss. Just a rumor.
Yes, I've heard that ridiculous argument as well.
Yeah. I don't know where Greg Levy. I know he's still around, and he may still watch the show, but he just never chimes in anymore. Last time was he was over on Shadowhawks when I was kicked off of YouTube for a week, and we did the show over there.
You're about due to have that happen again, aren't you?
The longer Rex streams, the more crazy it gets. Yeah, I'm about due, but I've got interviews to do. I do interviews.
That's what you call them.
Contrary to, I think I do some pretty good interviews, Doc Blaylock.
If you actually listen to the answers, I would be in agreement.
More impressed. Okay.
Yes.
That's okay. That's okay.
Just saying.
I was working by the time I was 15. Didn't have time to watch cartoons, Gable said.
Same, Gable.
Do interviews. Yes, do interviews.
Good morning, Past Master Dan, my friend. You great sage of the chats.
Past Master Dan.
Wonderful to
Rocks.
see you. Now, Dan, you had hinted that you were going to start streaming. Still waiting.
Who? Past Master Dan? I have invited him on my show, and he will be on. He just wants to get, his setup all set up. He would be happy to come on the show, I'm sure.
Well,
Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope you're having a good one thus far. Despite being Doc being here. Oh, see, now I can sting with the best of them. What, too soon? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you thought that was a sting?
That was more like a buzz, whatever. Yeah, irritant. Yeah.
Hello, Justin.
Hey, Justin. Justin. Oh, here you go. TNT Mob City. Here you go. Here's some kind of noir type stuff for you, Doc.
I'm sorry, noir? What is noir?
Oh, hell. You know what I mean, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Just go with it. Look, can't you just flow with my wrongness?
No.
Okay, then.
Not really a complicated response. No.
Well, I mean, straight, forthright, direct, refreshing. Nah, but it is what it is. New war, like D war. Duh.
Let me throw this one out there because I've even heard some rather intelligent people make this mistake.
Now I know he's not talking about
a thing is not different to another thing. It differs from that thing.
There you go. And that is
similar to, different from.
And that is reality brought to you as seen through the eyes of Doc Blaylock.
It is simply, sir, a fact.
Empirical thinking. Once again, nail it down. How refreshing.
Objective thinking.
Linear.
Objective.
Flat. No dimension to it.
So, of course, you can see that this one is different to this one. No, I can't. I can see it differs or is different from that one, not different to. Jesus. That's worse than the then-than thing. I'd rather do this than that.
Yes.
English, motherfuckers, do you speak it?
I think Jimmy Palmiotti likes Kiss. I think he likes Kiss.
Yes, Jimmy had on his Kiss shirt when I had mine on.
Doubtful, Doc. Doubtful. Did you meet Jimmy? Is that it?
He was on a stream I was on.
Oh, he was on a stream you were on. And what stream was that, Doc? Who was hosting that?
That would be you.
Me? No,
I don't know, Rex. You had somebody on that was wearing a Kiss t-shirt. I don't know. I get people mixed up.
That was probably a reflection. You were probably double dipping.
No, Rex. No, you're wrong.
Jimmy's not been on here yet. His brother's been on here, but not Jimmy.
Wrong again.
Likes instead of lacks.
Mm-hmm.
He likes a little
more
before being done.
Yep. That's another one. And that one, by the way, Justin, is I hear that more from older Southerners than I do anywhere else.
I know I picked up some bad language skills, Doc. I've been in the South too long.
I've lived in the South as long as you have, Rex.
All your life? Yeah.
Yes.
You were in California in the military. You were all over the world, weren't you? You were on the high seas. How's that? You know, I haven't went 20 miles from my house. What the hell? No. I've been places. Leave me alone. I've been up to Chicago several times. I've been to Manhattan. I've been to Florida. I've been to California, but I have not been to Washington or Alaska or anything like that, or Hawaii. I had to rectify that. Go out and see the redwood trees. And
Chicago is on my list of places to never go.
that rooster, he's saying it's Sunday.
He's bitching because it's wet outside.
Yeah, could be. Doesn't that bring the worms up, though?
Timothy is just stuck. Somebody smacked Timothy in the head. He's stuck.
He's been stuck since birth. Why do you want to hate on him like that?
Stuck.
What does it lack in? Do I say lack and not like? Do I? Break it to me easy. I can take it.
No, Rex, if you were paying attention to the chat, Justin commented on the continuing the list of things I brought up using like for lack.
All right. Now, fascinating stuff as it is. I'm ignoring it for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like you ignored grammar class in elementary school.
Yeah.
What was your best subject in school, Rex? Don't say art.
Whoa. Feel the burn in my nether regions. What the hell, Doc? Oh, wow. That was a kick. Straight A stuff. I was good in social studies, science,
Which science?
advanced science.
Which science, Rex?
Which science? Excuse me. Which science? The very complex and hard stuff, Doc.
Uh-huh.
Yep. You know you love me.
Geology is the Kardashians of science.
Okay. All right. There you go. Spawn issues. Collectible.
You know what I cannot figure out? What's that, Timothy? What is it?
Your social security number.
How to tie your shoes?
Your credit card number.
I read at a college level, but have horrible grammar, stupid public education system. The cure to that is to read and read more, and then read some more.
Fire and ice.
There it is, boys.
Do we need gimmick covers? I ask you.
No, we do not.
We don't.
We don't.
Well, good. Then I won't send you one. I've got two.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Batman number 5.
I'll hold my breath waiting on it to come with my pig. Closer to the mic, Rex. You know the deal.
No,
Yes.
he's resting. He's
No,
resting.
Rex.
He's resting.
Rex.
Look, I stacked stuff on him, Doc. He's not that easy to move.
There he is. There he is.
Looks just like you, Doc. With
Thank
with
you.
your shirt
Thank
off,
you.
of course.
Thank you.
Yeah. Coming your way soon. I need to put him over here. So I go, oh yeah, I need to box this up with to Doc and mail it to him. Would you consider backing my book today a little bit more so that Doc could get his pig that they've been holding hostage in Minecraft? Of course.
For a year.
He's unhappy without Doc. The unofficial, the official for a while. This is going up in price. I could probably put this pig. This pig is legend, or quickly becoming legend, Doc. I could probably put this up on the campaign and sell it for a couple dollars. Just saying. But who loves you, baby? I have this in the mail to you this week. Promise. And when I don't, you can scathe me publicly. You can sing to me like one of my favorite songs. Liar, liar, liar. I believe that's Three Dog Night. Sure. That's some pig. It's true. Doc hasn't any nips. Yeah. I don't know. The mammary is the first thing to go. See what I did there? Timothy Olsen joke.
It's literally like watching a train wreck in slow motion.
Well, at least
sorry,
you're the conductor.
Was that out loud? Sorry.
Yeah. You can't help but these little slippages of gear once you get a boo. Past Master Dan, boo. Boo. I told you it's Timothy Olsen joke. That's totally what Timothy would do.
What would Timothy do?
Oh, that's my next comic, by the way. We need to talk about you drawing it. It's called Totally Timothy.
So
full of bad jokes, bad puns. Puns? Puns. I punted that one, didn't I? Oh, well.
Rex, you've been going for 3 hours. You're getting a little punch drunk right now.
I was punchy when I came on here. You leave me alone. Kids reading comics. What a novel ideal. They'll rot your brain. What?
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Stephen B just left. What the hell?
Stephen B's been gone for 30 minutes, Rex.
I was born gone. No excuse. No prisoners. No prisoners.
I need a nap now.
You need a nap? I put you to sleep? Wow. Rub some salt in that wound. Thank you, sir. He says, that's what I do. I'll be here all week. Unfortunately. The pig's in the way. Although he's a good, you could absolutely, absolutely good paperweight. I'm telling you. Guaranteed. Or your money back. All right. I can tell you're unimpressed. Okay, so all right, so we have the one and only Avengers color separation, and look at this. The value of this pig just went up. Huh? Huh? From my hands to yours. There you go. Touch of greatness to that pig. I just increased the value. Now you can sell it for something, Doc, if you ever want to get rid of it. Rexy only like the chat members that go up in value for him. Rex only like the chat members that go up in value for him. Okay. Oh, how sad is that? Rex is more absent-minded than I. I think I will create a character who is forever stuck in the 1970s. Well, Doc will send you his bio information later. But his main desire is to get back to the 80s and stay there.
And stay there forever.
How ambitious is that, folks?
Stay there forever.
Yeah.
The last time the world made sense.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I wish you all nice knowing you. Don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you. Yep. There is that. So what's going to be on your agenda today, Doc? It's Sunday. You know.
I've already told you what I was doing today.
It's 9/11 here. I wonder if any towers are falling down.
Oh, Rex.
I know it's 10/11. You've done past the crisis point at where you're at. Where is it you're at again? Living on a prayer?
I'm going over to help my student with a painting.
Oh, okay. Okay. You had said that earlier, I think.
Yes, I indeed did.
Yes, indeed you did. Yes. Okay. Now, if a comic, has mold on it, which I'm not saying this does, look at that. You give them a color version, which is nice, but then you give them something in black and white, even nicer. John Byrne. Hell yeah. Feels a little gritty, though, on the cover, Doc. That's not a good sign. But if you do have a book that's moldy, throw it away or cut that section off. That mold will transfer. I could tell you something that would make you grow hair, Doc, but I won't do it online.
Why would you not just spray it with Lysol?
Well, Tree Goblin advises dipping it in water, but I don't do that to my comics, Doc, as you well know.
Well, I mean, if you're going to damage it by cutting out the section, you may as well just spray it with Lysol and kill the mold. Or am I somehow missing something?
On a comic? You're going to spray that on a comic. Water damage.
Cut out the section.
Yeah. Cut out the section.
If they both damage the comic.
Well, mold can migrate. I've seen mold migrate all the way through a comic, just like burning a hole through it.
If you spray it with Lysol.
No, Doc. No.
As opposed to cutting out that section, you at least still have the comic.
Well, there's ways to get rid of that mold. There's absolutely ways to get rid of that mold. There's actually
UV light will do it.
A key book, a first appearance, the Iron Man issue, the first appearance of. There's a good video on YouTube that Comic Tom did on pretty advanced methods of getting the mold and staining and stuff and making it safe, because it is a key issue. He bought it just to kind of demonstrate and do that video. Quite informative. You can watch it on YouTube.
Yes, you can, in fact, hit them with UV light. Kill that mold also. Now, a good way to prevent that mold that I learned long ago, you know, the little silicone packets you get in your shoes when you buy a pair of shoes?
Yes,
Drop,
absolutely. I save those.
drop
Yep.
one of those in each long box.
Yeah, but just not between so that it doesn't imprint on the books. Be a little bit more specific than that, dog. Jeez. But you are correct, sir. I save all my silica packets. You can buy silica packets just to keep things dry or whatever the uses. Once you know that, you'll never throw a silica packet away
Be right
again.
back, Rex.
Okay. Of course, it is poison if you eat it, so don't do that. Not for human. Mild. Yeah, mild.
Actually, I won't be right back, Rex. I'm being summoned for some household stuff, so I'm going to bounce.
Okay, Doc. See you later.
All right, I'll see you at 2 o'clock your time, 3 o'clock my time.
Okay. All right. Jeez. Slave driver. Remove the staples, take each page and scan with UV. Yeah. But then again, that's restoring, but I guess it was a key issue, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, but yeah, mowed the yard. Yeah. Hell, Shadowhawk. Good morning to you, sir. Yeah, there's different ways. I would take a hard pass. Rust can migrate too into the pages. I'd have to take a hard pass on a key issue, and it would have to be probably something back in the 40s, golden age, if it had rust on the staples, because the rust is absolutely going to eat through that staple, and you're going to have a pile of paper at that point, you know. But now you can get that rust removed, but then you're restoring it at that point, professional restoring it. But if you don't care about the grade and you're just about preserving the comic, that's, you know, discussion for another time. And probably should have a discussion at another time. Joining us back here at 11 for The Chosen. I think we're ending up season 1 pretty soon. If not this week, next week. Season 4 coming out soon. That's not all we talk about, but we'll be back here at 11. Have to be done by 2 because I have a meeting with Doc. Don't know that we're going to accomplish that much, but I'll think about it. Just give me time to think about it, a day or two, and I will come up with my you know, you don't rush greatness. Brahms, Bach, you know, Mozart. Don't rush it. If you want to rush it, you know, work on a monthly comic. Create greatness today. Bow for now. Keep collecting. Yeah.